interesting.
Just because you went to college doesn't mean you know anything about the electoral college. Did you go to the electoral college?
What
In
the fuck
fact,
was
I
that?
did, and I elected
I
all
graduated.
the electors.
That was
You can
me.
thank me.
That was me appreciating his
The
pun.
Graduated
All
magna
right.
cum laude because I made a cum loudly.
Oh
No.
god.
Anyway,
You guys, we chose him as our DM. I don't know what to do about it.
it's because of those sick puns.
I just want Draylon to come back.
Yeah, for real.
Army Jason Statham.
Draylen's busy in the
accent.
north, okay? You got other things to worry about.
The North.
All right.
Which brings us to our next topic.
Yeah. Steve's trying to kill us.
All right, turning Steve up because I
I'm
need
so excited.
everything.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
Roll for initiative.
I'm scared. I gotta read.
Yeet.
Yeah. Wait. Let me pull up my thing. It's day 18. We took a month off. York boys for life. Let's go.
We're in a town.
We are in a town. So, you're in the town of Vandale. Put that back in. Which, if you recall, is the human capital. You've fairly recently arrived here. On the heels of Farron, your not too great in a fight historian guide. He hid you in a barn the first night you were here because he was really not trusting the way things were going. All of the guard, the entire normal guard, you know, the purple and yellow guys that you murdered the first time to save Stollard, they were all gone. In their place was a group of orcs that called themselves the Carvers. You've had a couple of run-ins with them. The first one ended up in the exact same spot where you rescued Stollard the dragon,
Oops.
and you murdered them all. You continued on to the town through a combination of coming in the dead of night and Farron's being recognized by the guards. You were able to get through. Spent the night in the barn. Once you woke up, Farron was gone. One of you, and I think it was Ben, woke up to Farron talking to Eric, the
It was Ben.
stable-hand.
Yep.
And as you know, that story kind of unfolded, you found out that things are definitely not right here. Something is up. The king had dismissed the entire guard and hired this band of mercenaries, orcs, called the Carvers. And as you guys are kind of talking it out, you're like, well, we're not... Well, you thought we're not necessarily wanted, so let's go take a look at the town. As, you know, within 5 minutes of walking out the door, somebody recognized the massive dragonborn.
Well, that was the second group. We're split up right
Yeah,
now.
the first group already got out, yeah.
Yep. My bad.
But finally got
Again.
recognized. And
It's always my fault.
somehow, believe it or not, managed to talk her way out of the situation. And
I'm smooth as fuck.
temporarily got the Carvers off your back.
Didn't she inadvertently drop that, like, the Ember Heart, aka me, was in the city, though, somewhere?
No.
I'm pretty sure that.
No, I would never do that.
Starting to come back.
I would never say that. No, I would never do anything like that. I said that what's his nuts sent us on a mission. I said he like sent us on a mission. Like we are here on the orders of Emberheart. Right?
Also, you also went over that these Carvers, like they've completely replaced like the infrastructure of the city guard and everything, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
The entire city guard has been dismissed and replaced by Carvers. One group
So it's
of you-
essentially a orc-held area now.
Exactly. From what you can see from the ground, that is exactly right.
We're just not sure who's pulling the strings completely.
We haven't
One
gotten to
group
see
of
the King of
you-
Amdale yet, so.
Correct.
Yep.
You were waiting for Farron on that, as he told you. He asked you to. One
Gotcha.
group of you went to see a diviner. You found out some valuable information. You found out one, in your future, she saw one of you entering into those mysterious elemental orbs with some kind of trinket or necklace or something like that, kind of wrapped around your weapon, hanging around like your wrist. And she saw it. The other thing that she found out, that you found out from her, is that there's potentially more information to be found out from this mage who lives in town named Clarify. And this is the second time you've heard his name. The first time was from the druid, all wrapped up in tree roots in the Asimar ruin where you initially found the three Omen dwarves. So you've heard of this guy twice.
What? It was the mage of what? Sorry.
He's the mage who lives in this town. He lives in Amdale.
Oh, Amdel. I thought you said a different word. I'm sorry.
The others kind of went out and explored the blacksmith. You met them, didn't learn too much about them. I don't remember, honestly, exactly how that conversation went. I didn't write too many notes about it. You also found your old friend Lauren, the Alabama
Yeah, I was about to mention
enchanter.
that.
Yep. We did see Lauren again.
Oh shit.
And things went well with him. He told you what he figured out about the bracelet, which you had already expected by this point. Gave you, a ring of healing. He gave I think you guys gave him some more stuff too, right? He was gonna design a staff head for Jet's staff, and he was gonna see what he could do with Wizard's Plague.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was going to merge the two.
I gave him a bow.
Yeah, you gave him the short bow. And after exchanging pleasantries, that was pretty much the end of that. Now, since that moment to now, 1 week has passed. And you've learned a few more things since then. For one, originally you were planning on staying at Farron's house. Well, recent events have dictated that it is too dangerous to do that. He's recommended that you not stay there. His father has been acting suspiciously, and he suspects he might be a shapeshifter. So instead, he took you to the safest place that he could think of, which was, if you're looking, draw it, right here, which is an inn called Zoomies. And it's in a district that is entirely made up of Belagosian immigrants. If you remember from the world map, Belagos is across the ocean, it's the melting pot, it's the neutral, it's the Switzerland of the world.
Where I'm from,
That's where she was from.
right? Belagos?
Yeah. They've been kind of marginalized and pushed out, out of mainstream society here. They decided, you know what, fuck that, we're gonna make their own district. And that is the districts that you see right there. That's the Belagosian district, so-called Gozi by the townsfolk. And they've kind of established themselves almost into a sub-city within Amber. The reason this was recommended to you by Farron is that the Carvers have very little presence here. The Gosians tend to police themselves. The second thing, you tried to meet with the Mage Clarify. And you got this far, right here, which is the gate into his enchanted wood. However, you didn't get in. It was closed, and nothing you could do. You kind of agreed as a group that the next time you were going to go try and talk to him, you were going to be a little bit more forceful. You weren't going to be so easily turned away. Because again, this is the second time you've heard his name. You really want to get this information, whatever he has. You're kind of beginning to put together a little bit more history of the Elven Asimar War that you've been seeing all these murals about, that you've been, basically thrust into the history of for the last, however long. As various kind of facts and things come to light, which fall like puzzle pieces kind of into what you've already learned. So you're starting to pick up what happened. You still don't have a full kind of framework yet, but it's starting to make a little bit more sense what's happening. You haven't had as much time to kind of explore the town as you might have liked. You've been pretty busy. busy with some of this other stuff that's going on. You're starting to kind of get the feel of it, and a lot of you have already been there, but you know, it's not. You're not like Amdale street rats yet.
Yet.
Yeah. Rumors have been circulating about war in the northeast. The mountain dwarves of the Scar, hardy but dwindling civilization, after their devastating defeat at the hands of Garen the First, if you remember your history. However, the rumors don't speak of a war with humans, but rather with another race of dwarves, about whom little is known. Once again, Gary is beginning to act somewhat suspiciously. Since the first day you were there, he hasn't traveled outside the Gojin district without his enchanted hood up. You've all kind of noticed his behavior individually, but as of yet, you haven't really had a chance to talk to each other or him about it. So, my wife just decided this was a great time to go piss. So, hang on 1 second. So I need you guys to all make a perception.
It's fine.
Okay, I can make a perception roll, but I also need to go smoke. So, will we do that before or after?
Doesn't matter.
Got a 10. I'll be back.
Got 9.
What do you get, Will?
14.
Ragar?
Did not roll yet.
Ragar's not paying attention either.
We're missing 2 rolls.
I got a 5.
Oh, just be aware that this is probably... It's gonna be like this a lot.
What?
The rolls. They're gonna be a lot of low rolls.
Did you break it?
He's jinxed.
No, there's a thing on the D&D Beyond, this new, the dice beta thing that's going on. Like, whatever we're using now.
Wait, what? What'd you read?
That it's just like they're looking into it, it says, but that it's just been rolling really low, and they think that they've figured out what the problem is, but that's just the way it's gonna be.
Kel, roll perception.
Try to roll above a 14. You got this.
Great, good, God, great, cool.
What's your roll? A
2.
Doing hot, guys. Doing great.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I guess I'm gonna go P2 while everyone else is doing it. I'll be right back.
No, we're ready now.
Are you sure?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Roll perception, fucker.
Shut up, I was on the fucking phone. I will cut you. Roll perception?
Yeah, perception
Yes,
check.
sir.
Fuck is it? Wait, why isn't it working?
Are you in? Oh, so if yours messed up like mine, I had to up at the top where it says collections.
Uh-huh.
You go over that, and then you go to beta, my dice, click it, and then it'll make you re-log in for some fucking reason, and then you'll be able to roll. But you are clicking on in the center box, right?
Yeah, currently enabled. Now I go back to my character sheet.
Right. Don't do the like not under senses. That's something different.
My characters, view, loading. Oh yeah. Look at you, Will. You taught me something.
Alright.
Alright, sorry, perception.
Hey, Ragar. Ragar, perception.
Oh. Oof.
Oh,
we got
look
a
at that.
20.
Yeet.
Oh damn, he perceived.
Get it.
All right. I private message you in Discord.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Did you hear what I said leading up to that roll, Rygar? Or were you able to get before that?
I did not. I apologize.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
You yell at me later.
I will.
Why is Fry your character guy?
You just noticed? He's
Of
a
course I did.
holophonist.
Ah, shit. That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna read that again.
Cute.
Once again, Gary is beginning to act somewhat suspiciously. Since the first day here, he hasn't traveled outside of the Gojin district without his enchanted hood on. You've all noticed it individually, but as of yet, you haven't had a chance to talk to each other or him about it.
Can you spell Gojin? Because right now it's Gushin.
Word based off Belagoja, so it's Gosian.
Okay.
So, Jet, coming from a criminal background in his raging teens time, he just assumed, he hasn't asked Gary about it because he just assumes that he probably like stole something or ran afoul of the Kingdom of Men. Yeah, he's running incognito, but
Make an insight check
I will.
You said without his hood up?
with his hood on.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, he hasn't left without his hood on.
Without his hood up, okay.
Because I think that's a fair question.
Yeah. Insight? Yeah. Fuck you, algorithm.
And I'll
Sorry.
give it to you on that. So give me a second here, I'll send you the same message.
Private messaging. Yeah.
None of that here. Get it.
Alright.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Nailed it.
I'm just gonna keep that information around unless it becomes pertinent.
Well, that's the idea. We technically haven't had any actual time, so. Where
Yeah.
are you going? Okay. Alright. Lastly. The morning crests, and you find yourself congregating as planned in the lobby of Zoomies. The whole crew is there, as well as Farron, who's present to field any questions, aka anything that I forgot to tell you. Before anyone is able to finish their breakfast, wasn't quite ready. You hear a noise.
Ooh.
A screech flying through the window. It is, as you've come to grow, or that you've grown used to,
Is it a banshee?
a letter.
Oh, I thought it was Bert.
It's a Phoenix letter for Jen.
That's a
Yes.
cool noise.
Ah,
If
Phoenix
you
Gram.
look at items and such, there's a PDF of the letter, which I will read to you if you don't want to read it.
A PDF?
I'll read it.
Read it in a voice. Do it.
Read it like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
If he were a
Chat,
squirrel.
this letter is sent in the interest of keeping you informed of your current events. Is that good?
No, it's
Morgan
spot on.
Freeman, that's
I feel it.
I think Bam is probably the only one qualified to do a Morgan Freeman.
Wrong Morgan Freeman, sorry. Jet, this letter is sent in the interest of keeping you informed of current events. I've just resolved a tangential event from my return trip to Azataris. I had taken a shortcut along an old smuggler's path when I noticed the young dragon Stullart pass swiftly overhead toward the mountains. My curiosity led me to follow for a short while until I heard a raucous commotion. Raucous commotion. Heard a ruckus.
Exactly.
I was greeted by the sight of Stullart and two other coppers battling a jet-black, monstrous draconic form. I've heard rumors of shadow dragons, and I fear this may have been one of them. One of the elder coppers fell, but Stullart and the other were able to best the beast. In the aftermath, I overheard them mention it as a denizen of the Underdark. I believe these attacks might be happening in locations other than Sparkmine. I will keep you informed, but I must go for now. Love you, Brahmi.
Wait, was Brom with us when we fought
Yes.
Stallard?
Yes.
I don't remember that. Huh? Okay, and who
I
are the
must go for
coppers?
now. Sorry, I just finished reading it in my head
But I must go
as
for
Morgan
now.
Freeman.
Who are the coppers? Like guards or anyone?
The Elder Coppers is, I believe that's a dwarven rank.
It's an old wooden ship. So,
Oh,
Stallard is a copper.
it's a rank of
dragon.
ship.
Oh, he's a copper dragon.
Not like a policeman. Ah, I got you now, copper.
That's what I mean, I couldn't get it out of my head. I could not.
To get some kind of dragon.
Yeah,
Come on.
see?
Yeah,
Again,
see?
copper.
Yeah,
A dragon in the sky. Yes, see.
maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
Two other coppers battling a jet black monster's draconic form.
That's so perfect. Okay, but really, like the coppers are like dragons. So his parents died. That's what I'm asking. One of his parents died,
I'm not going to tell you the answer.
right?
No,
Is that what that means? One of the elder
More
coppers
importantly,
fell.
it sounds like. More importantly, it sounds like they were able to kill one of the shadow dragons, which is no small feat.
But I think Staller is without a parent. That's just what I'm saying. Like, there's only two of them now. Remember, he said he was there in the hills with his parents.
Yeah.
So he was fighting a shadow dragon. Okay, cool, weird, crazy. I was just making sure I read it right. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Do we want to
Well, that's
go
disconcerting.
help?
And also, there's one other shadow dragon, if I'm reading this correctly. Like,
Oh wait. A denizen. So he came from the Underdark, and all the people that we've been fighting are from the Underdark. So there's another place that they're getting out of, because we stopped, that one place for a while. Where were you just at? Where was that? Sparkmine?
What are you trying to say?
Jesus. Okay, so we stopped Sparkmine for now, right? We caved it in, we stopped it, we stopped the horde. But so now there's a shadow dragon, so he came from somewhere else from the Underdark.
Right.
Is
So
what I'm saying.
pull up your world map if you have to. But
that's what a shadow dragon looks like,
Thank you.
apparently.
That
so.
helps.
So what happened was Braum was on his way back to the Genasi capital. And he took a shortcut through the spine and stumbled upon this, what he just described to you in the letter.
Gotcha.
Right?
Is this after we went through?
What do you mean? After we went through what?
We went through and fought those orcs and stuff.
Well, I mean, that's hard to say. This is a letter.
Okay.
You know how fast these things typically come to you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Cool.
But you also don't know when he sent it.
Yeah.
I mean, did he wait till he got back to town to send it? Did he send it right away?
True.
I think we need to go talk to Stallard if we don't have anything else to do.
And is he still in the same place he was? That region?
I mean, that was his home.
Well, as interested as I am, there's some shit going down right in front of us here too. We got to figure out,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see?
like where those coppers get to.
Too real. You're gonna just change your name to hashtag too real. Well, just get out of here.
Did you see the Braum comment? I had to delete it because I put it in the wrong channel. I didn't know I could type in that channel.
They didn't.
Oh. Steve, fuck
I
that
saw it.
letter up. Okay, good. As long as somebody saw it.
Well, you guys need to decide what you want to do. I feel like they've given you several prompts.
Let's go find that asshole.
There's a lot of assholes in question. Which one?
Galarafon. The enchanter? Something like that?
The mage.
Mage.
Oh fuck, my mic was muted.
I mean,
so I look over at
I-
Gary and I'm like, "Hey Gary, are you alright? You look a little unsettled here."
Yeah, I'm alright.
I mean, he seems fine now. Sorry.
Can I make an insight check on his I'm alright?
Yep.
Shifty SOB. Not good,
Two's
guys.
not
Not
gonna
doing
cut
great.
Neither is the
I'm still concerned about the copper dragon. That's what's happening.
I'm gonna call that 4, Ryan.
Oh.
Call it
So
4.
I'm gonna call it for him. Like
Oh, in
you
favor.
don't notice anything about him.
Alright.
So just thinking out loud, I got money to burn. I definitely want to go learn some scrolls if I can. Maybe buy some better armor.
I will follow you to
Uh,
the scribe wherever you'll go because I need to get information about the elements. The elements.
I'm gonna head to the
Yeah,
pub,
I'm-
fellas.
Yep.
I'll meet you there.
I can see if there's
I'll
some
go
sort
with
of
you guys
magic
about the
for,
elements.
you know, religious band like myself. I'll go with you.
Indeed. And then after that, I say we find the king, and if one of these orcs keeps looking at me sideways, I'm gonna shoot a fireball at him. So.
Don't forget your ball bearings.
I'll be sure to keep my mouth shut.
Who's going where?
Oh,
Cocoon?
wait. We're somewhere safe right now?
Yes.
I feel like, hi, all the orcs kind of know about me, because remember when, a lookout saw me when we killed the guys? So if one of you could, cloak me in something to kind of make
Oh, yeah.
me look different, that'd be great. So I don't have to
Uh,
barely squeak
see.
by with my absolute charm.
Come on over.
I mean, you got to do you at the end of the day, Thyla.
It'd just be nice to not have a negative on my stat block. I don't know what that means, but you know I'm saying it.
Oh wait, quick question, meta question. We did rest or no?
Oh yeah, you long rest. For
Oh,
sure.
shit.
Everybody
I don't
is
think- I don't think I've
100%
done
fully
that.
rested.
All right,
Good.
let me get my spell back. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to do that.
Also,
Come hither, Thyla.
did you ever take care of the armor?
Oh yeah. Like the badass armor, right?
The stuff you were gonna get like resuited for your character?
Yeah,
I
bitch.
thought you left that with the
Yeah.
blacksmith, and he was gonna resize
Oh.
it for you.
Yeah, the blacksmith was resizing it.
Well, they've had over a fucking month. What are they doing right
A
now?
week. A week has passed again.
It's only a week.
A month. All right, invisibility.
So I
right?
cannot. Yeah, that'll work because I can't. I can only
Oh,
alter myself.
invisibility.
Yep.
How long
Done
does
that?
that last?
Yep, you can just be.
Up to 1 hour.
So you speak.
Can anyone make me look different so I can still talk?
I
So
can
that-
only. I can only
No.
alter myself. So sorry.
I think I'd rather you be invisible, honestly. If I remember correctly, like last time we got past those guards or whatever, like you kept trying to fight them, even though we got
no,
past.
no. If I remember correctly, they were assholes, and I was just, letting them know that
I saw her pass by one and like fucking hit him in the shoulder.
I like
Like-
flinched at him.
Like bumped out of way.
Get up, bitch.
It said, "Watch where you're walking." That's what she said.
No, okay, yeah, invisible's good. I should probably just lay low.
I
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I gotta train
But
my reacts more.
I'm gonna look Will in the eye though. Hey, Will.
Are you gonna get on your knees first?
No, I'll just lift you up by
Not
your
a sexual
arm.
thing.
Oh,
Pick him up by the
Watch
man
your
bun.
Yeah.
the twat nut.
Or I'll just look
Swat
down
nut.
on him and pat his head.
All
Will,
right, sorry.
just watch your back. I'm invisible. And that's it. All right.
All the while, Farron is kind of just sitting there shaking his head at you guys.
Fuck
with a
you,
big
Farron.
amused smile.
See you at the bar.
Oh, I'll be here.
Ew.
Who said that? I didn't see anyone. Alright, where are you guys going? Do you want me to read just a very short version of the outline again?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, A, Farron recommends you don't stay at his house. His father has been acting suspiciously. B, you've tried to meet the old mage Glarifon, but you weren't able to get in. C, you're starting to put together pieces of the history of the Elven Aasimar War. D, you haven't had as much time to explore the town as you'd like, but you're starting to get the lay of the land. D, once again, Gary is beginning to act somewhat suspiciously. E, rumors have been circulating about war in the northeast. The Mountain Dwarves of the Scar are a hardy but dwindling civilization after their devastating defeat at the hands of Garen the First. However, the rumors don't speak of a war with humans, but rather with another race of dwarves, about whom little is known.
And we know a dragon's dead.
And you got the letter.
So Varen, Glarifon, putting together the Aasimar war lore, the town, rumors about the war, and Gary the suspicious motherfucker.
And he's wielding both those blades right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's about time for another zone of truth.
Or like a detect magic, see if I can see it radiating from him or just the swords. Fuck it. I think we go to Glarifon. Yeah? No? Hmm?
I think that's a good idea. Is he, is this Glarithon fella, does he also dabble in the spells and the, is he an all-encompassing guy, or is that a different dude?
Not much is known about the type of magic he commands, but he is powerful and old.
Alright. He probably speaks some platitudes, too. I can't wait to meet him. Let's go.
Yes, it was so gaga.
How come I have quote unquote Kool-Aid guy about someone through the wall? What happened? What happened a month ago, y'all?
Did you Kool-Aid guy somebody through the wall?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that what happened? District through the wall, Kool-Aid guy. Like that's all I have. Okay,
I think
sorry.
that was an idea we had to get in the wall instead of going through the
I think
orcs.
that was your dreams.
Yeah, like you were gonna bust through. Like, fucking...
It happens. I do write stupid shit in my notes. Alright, onward. I'm
It's like
invisible.
her notes are like a whole different story where she is just always the hero.
Making up shit, yeah. It's like my diary.
All right. So, is everybody going to try and speak with the mage?
Yes.
Not me. I'll be at the bar.
Will
Wait, I
doesn't
thought-
know it, but I'm always behind him.
Right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm staying with Gary at the bar. The rest of y'all go. How about
But
that?
Wasn't the whole plan to have him? Aren't you supposed to go with us so you can convince people and shit? Like you're like way more convincing than I am.
Really?
Not here.
Oh, okay. So you're like being scared right now. I forgot.
Okay, I sneak up into his ear. Gary, what are you so scared of?
We'll talk later.
Gary. I can
Fuck.
smell
Thyla, get out of my ear. I can smell your tail.
I go to the other ear. I can smell your tiny shivers from here. What's going on? What's happening?
You guys go ahead. Meet you at the bar.
Can more
Yeah,
than
y'all go ahead. I'm
All right
going to the
now.
bar with Gary. Come on, Gary. Let's go to the bar.
What's your drink, Alabama man?
Anything whiskey straight. So let's do it.
Meat man? Is there any way Gary could overpower you? I mean, you're kind of strong, but I mean, come on. Look at Gary, he's sneaky. What if Gary tries to get away? Remember?
I
Gary
can
tries
hear
to
you.
get away. I don't
I can hear
care.
you.
Hi.
What?
I'm just talking
Also,
out
just
loud.
an
So.
invisible entity just uttering this too, like the sound.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Gary leaving. Like he
sounds like
always
the
does.
ghosts don't trust you, Gary. Yeah.
Oh well.
Sounds like a ghost we travel with a lot.
You guys
It's
do your thing.
invisible.
I mean, I got the
Make
shock
a
and arrows.
persuasion check on that.
The craziness. Be all right.
Thyla, you gotta roll something on that.
I mean,
You
that's
spit out
fine.
A lot of bullshit right there.
But I don't trust Gary. I think he's gonna run away and do some shit.
So you
Persuasion?
are. All right, I just messaged you trying to be secretive.
Guys,
about
you don't
this.
understand. I actually don't trust him as a person. Okay, it's not about the game. Like, sorry. No, go-
Oh, okay. I see it.
All right, you got it.
I don't know if I'm gonna allow that.
Don't worry about it. Oh, we can sell it to Steve.
Yeah, we can tell it to Steve.
Yeah,
definitely.
add it to you can. Yeah, just send it to Steve too.
That's fine. I trust you guys. If you say it's fair, it's fair.
I mean,
What was
yeah.
fair? What?
I'm DMing you right now, Steve.
I can make a persuasion check. Maybe it'll like persuade people to think more my speed, but it's not good, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's legit.
Well, all right. Let's go see Glarifon or whatever.
So, you do have to roll a deception check on that for changing the subject so poorly.
What do you mean? Everyone was yelling in non.
You were yelling out of character.
Everyone's yelling non character. So I'm just trying
out
to
of
like
character.
go back to the story. I already said my piece and I rolled my persuasion check. Or whatever. Yeah, persuade.
Please roll a deception check.
Titty motherfucker.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Nobody notices anything.
Good. I'm glad that's out in the open for everyone to know.
Now roll a bitterness. Oh, nope. Natural 20.
Oh.
It'll just be initiative. Oh, it was almost a 20. Sorry. Okay. It really was.
While she's like yelling and screaming, I have a pretty good idea where she's at, correct?
Of course, I'm yelling.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I think because she's making a fuss, you can tell pretty much exactly where she is.
Okay, I would like to reach into my tinderbox, get some ash, and rub it on her foot so I can fucking see where she's at.
Yeah.
All right.
Make a sleight of hand check on that.
That was loud.
Yeah, my chair is a piece of shit. Sorry.
16.
Do I get any advantage because I'm invisible?
Nope. No, you're a dragon that's invisible. No.
But what if you miss my foot?
I know.
Like make a.
Unfortunately, for the rest of you, you have to rely on your passives for this, and no one noticed.
It needs to be like
Nice.
a sleight of hand check or
Ah,
something.
take that, Pete.
That's what he just did.
Oh,
What's a sleight of
shit.
hand check?
Okay, good job.
Pete?
All right,
Like
so
Pete's
I
dragon?
remember
Like,
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
some sort of mention of corn whiskey, so that's
Let's
what
go.
I'm focused on now. Yeah, let's go get some whiskey.
I haven't figured it out.
Hey guys, let's just go back to Farron's house. Oh, should
It's
I
really-
should I roll a deception for that?
That's need I remind you.
We're not supposed to.
That's
That's the
Oh,
great
that's
thing about
suspicious.
Meadman, because you know it's like 50% distrust of Gary, but also 50% just really needing some whiskey, too. So,
Pretty much. I mean,
Agreed.
Cute.
I find I'm coming to like this group more than that group. And Farron kind of gestures over towards Thyla, and the people standing around here. Where are we going to go drink, gentlemen?
You know this space. It's the best watering hole. I mean, we're here at the end, but they got
I
more
was
fire
hoping
by
you would
place.
ask.
All
So
right.
If you'll come with me, we will cross the bridge, and we will go to the poor district. I know many a good bar over there. My favorite being... Hang on. I know I named this thing something funny. Ha! The Weepy Scab.
Best
You know-
Bruno in all the land.
You know, most people can't appreciate a good poor man's whiskey, but I see you know a thing or two. All right, let's go. Weepy scab, sleeping bad. Let's get this shit going.
I believe the poorest folk appreciate the best liquor, because they are the ones who have most reason to drink.
Exactly. You need to get blacked out, fucked up the quickest. You done got it. All right. Let's
Very
do it.
well, off we go.
I hear his Farron's preference of group members, and I just look over to everyone else. So we're killing Farron later, right, guys?
All right, so the three of them, right? It's Gary and Meadman and Farron. Everybody else is together still, right?
Yes, and I'm heading towards the Enchanter.
The three of them walk off. The rest
We
of you, I
are-
believe, are all together headed towards the mage,
Magic department.
which is this guy right over here. Right?
Oh yeah, roll 20
So,
map.
Does anyone remember his name? Glarathon.
Jason?
Close.
Jason Bourne.
So
Augustus.
this is the primary
Augustus
exit.
Sinclair was
Statham.
This is the primary exit from the Gojin district. So you
Okay.
walk out here, and as you walk out, you kind of find yourself in this marketplace, as you have multiple times over the last week, bustling, with traders setting up. It's still in the morning. They're setting up, getting everything ready. See a lot of fishermen setting up their things, farmers coming in from a little bit further away since you're in the middle of a forest. But you can see all these farmers and tradesmen setting up their shops. You walk past another big inn building that you've seen before. You walk past the blacksmith. If you remember, this is where the Belagosian husband and wife run their blacksmith, with all those anvils set up rows and rows with 20, 25 blacksmiths all operating under their business.
Did we come up with a song for that? I'm sorry.
Maybe, but I don't remember.
Oh, you gotta have that in your notes.
I don't, but it's recorded, so we can go back and look.
It had something to do with MC Hammer, I think. I can't remember.
God, that does sound familiar.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
But anyway, you continue on, past the keep, up to the door. This time, it's open. So, you stand in front of a wall with a portcullis that is drawn upwards. There's no guards. What is with this chair? There's no guards here. Inside, you see all these trees. You see a thick kind of wood, but there is a small path through it. You've never been in here before. It's thick, but you know you're in the middle of a town, so you don't feel too nervous about going in there. It's a pretty thick wood as you look in there.
Say
and
thick wood somewhere.
So as you get closer to this thick wood, you realize how thick this wood really is. And the thickness of the wood is really hitting you harder and harder as you get closer. But you want to go in. You know that there is a mage tower in there somewhere. And here you stand at the
Okay.
gates.
I mean, let's go get some of that thick wood, guys.
We'll be lucky if we can find the tower before we get destroyed by this thick wood. Who's all going in there right now?
We're going in. I step inside. Like, is the gate able to be gone through? Like,
There's four
Yep.
of us going there, right?
or is there like guardsmen or okay?
Nope, there are no guards at this game.
So, when you say thick wood, you mean there's like a forested area in the middle of this, like, that we're in? Like,
You have the map pulled up?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the map. Yeah.
Yep. It's like as
Gotcha.
soon as you pass through there, you're in a forest. At least from what you can see from the outside.
okay, perfect. I'm on the same page now. I had to follow the line. Thank you, DM, for the line.
Alright.
Well, let's
Well,
make
good.
our way to the tower. I mean, straight on.
Can we see the tower?
So, you can't. The wall is too tall and it blocks it out. And once you step in, all of a sudden you are completely immersed in this forest. And you kind of turn around and you look. And there it is, the city and the door, and it's there. But when you turn back around, it's as if you've been in the thick of this massive forest the entire time. And you can't see anything really, up or very far ahead of you.
Mm. Some type of
Firs or oaks?
Well, not very many evergreens, mostly deciduous.
Because one, we'd be able to probably get on top of one of the trees and look over. But if they're oaks, then we can get down and look under them, maybe. Or we just start walking. How big is this area? Pretty big.
Something's. It feels like we've been walking, but we haven't been walking yet. Something's obfuscating our distance in here. So I throw my hands up and I'm trying to feel for like some type of presence or aura over the area. Like,
Make an Arcana check.
excellent.
You feel an incredible amount of magic, but you can't place any of it.
Okay. Magic I'm not familiar with. I say we start walking. Enjoy the ambience.
All right.
Is the gate open?
The gate is still open. It is open right behind you. Nothing has changed.
All right. I'm just gonna advance until I'm just gonna start walking, I guess.
Okay. So
You wanna do
start
the
walking.
rope?
Anybody gets separated, you know, Marco Polo. I guess we could tie each other down with rope. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Make a chain link.
Yep.
That'll be cool.
I still have 45 feet of rope. An old disgusting rope that I got off a corpse.
Rope is rope.
Okay.
All right, who wants the corpse rope?
And there's 4 of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone,
So you tie everybody
everyone
together.
agrees to this plan,
Everybody's used to it. by
including
now.
the invisible dragon. Yeah. Gotcha.
So I assume she agrees. So as you
Alright.
kind of you start walking in, and nothing like out of what you would expect happens to the doorway. It gets a little bit more, kind of covered by the foliage and vegetation as you keep walking. But it's not like it immediately disappears. It just kind of fades out as you keep walking into this forest. There's a clear path. You keep walking. These trees are beautiful. Walking through an incredible wood. Soothing, comforting, not necessarily scary or anything like that. Until you reach kind of not what you would call like a majestic mage tower, but more just like a mill-sized tower. Made of wood, nothing too extravagant or crazy. And you kind of look at each other like, okay, are we here?
I mean, I guess if we're at the structure, I unfasten my rope because I feel like there's no trickery afoot here. It's just a magical place. So I proceed to walk up the windmill stairs.
So you walk up, you walk toward it, and this is like a kind of a smaller, kind of porch type area. You walk up a couple of stairs, and you wind up at this kind of front door. And again, it's simple. It's a wooden door. It's nothing too crazy. But here you are sitting on this deck with a closed door ahead of you.
Hello? I like reach out and like kind of knock on the door like 3 times.
Reach out. Nothing happens at first. You're kind of looking around. Nothing happens.
I kind of just say out, "Hello? We're looking for a Garblador or somebody's name." Like I'm saying his name on purpose. Please wrong. Like I heard we got a lot of money. We're looking for, you know, good purveyor of enchantments and spells maybe, and also information about something called the elements. And then I just stop. That's like my final statement, kind of stand around like.
You hear kind of a small, squeaky little voice from around the tower. Why have you come here?
Oh. Hey, buddy.
Why have you come here?
Me and my entourage
Have you
here.
come
I assume
here
everyone
to
is
save
with me.
me?
Save you? Are you prisoner here?
Have you come here to rescue me?
Buddy, if you sell us stuff, I'll do whatever you want.
I sell books. I own the library.
Okay, interesting. Why are you a prisoner here? Is someone keeping you here against your will? Like,
Would you like to buy a book?
you know what? Sure. Can we come inside?
I'm not allowed to let people into the library.
Okay. How are we supposed to see the books then? Are you gonna bring them out like one by one? Let us look at them, or?
I will sell you the books.
Hmm.
I lean over on the counter. I'd like to speak to a manager.
Creepy.
I am the manager. I own the bookstore.
And why can't we go in?
Because I am not allowed to let people in.
So you own this
Look,
place, and
Yeah, the Consumer Rights Act of 2019 clearly states.
Would you like to buy a book?
do you have anything about controlling the elements?
Elements. Let me look. I can probably sell you a book about elements.
This is very strange, guys. I don't understand what's going on here.
One of us.
You haven't seen her yet.
It's just a disembodied voice from like the creak of a door. Like,
From around the tower.
gotcha.
You alright back there?
I am okay. I have a job to do.
Why did
If
you
you let
say
us
you
come
needed
inside
saving?
and. Go on.
You must be mistaken. I am well cared for here.
Ah, multi-personality.
Multi-bus.
At this point, you see somebody walk around the corner. A tiny set of little feet kind of poke out around. And then a big, kind of aggressively configured face. Big eyes, big nose, big ears, peeks around, and you recognize a tiny female goblin standing there talking to you, peeking just around the corner of the tower.
What's your name?
My name? The librarian.
What's your given name?
The librarian was given to me to be my name.
You have any family?
My husband. I do not have any family.
Alright, this is very sketch.
Oh, it's what's his name from the other town? It's his wife, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, God,
What's
He
who
said
from
she-
the other town, Will?
Remember,
Yup.
he said that she ran off, or she went with the wizard. Remember the first town we were in?
what was the goblin's name?
I can't remember, but remember we were making jokes because his wife, like, we said
Ran
she
off.
ran off with the wizard, but she was working for him.
She's forced.
I do remember making light of that serious situation.
And just now, when she went to say she had a husband, and she choked up, like the wizard stopped her from saying it.
Fill in. He's a
Clearly-
husband of the owner. He's a goblin too.
Does she hear the invisible force say
Oh.
say the name of her husband? Like,
No. She, as you're you're looking at her and she kind of has just this glazed look on her eyes. That entire conversation kind of just went over her head.
okay. Clearly, this woman's mind is not her own at times. Something foul might be happening here. I might have been wrong.
Who do you work for?
I
And where
work
can
for
we
the
find
books
them?
in the library.
What
You
master
work
do
for
you
the
serve?
books.
Be getting back. You see, the master is coming. Should you need anything, please ask him.
Okay.
Goodbye. And she
Okay,
turns
great.
her and sprints around the back of the town.
Bye, librarian. I'll call her Libby.
So let's have a little chat with this master. I guess we'll keep. I'm just gonna follow her.
So as you step down off the porch and start to head that way, you hear a voice from behind you. Hello. Welcome. What brings you to my woods?
So he is currently behind us on the walkway, like.
Well, you hear it behind you. So as you're trying to pass
Yeah.
around the tower, you turn around. You okay.
Gotcha.
You turn around. And as you look out there, you don't really see anything. You hear this voice coming from that direction, but you don't really see anything.
All right, so I'm like looking, kind of just like trying to perceive, and don't see anything. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, your woods are they're quite pretty out here. It's quite enchanting to be in.
Enchanting indeed. I must ask you, why have you been conversing with Brunhild?
We were hoping that she'd be the purveying merchant of this tower. We were looking for
Merchant?
information, enchantment,
Well, I do
spells,
not
scrolls,
ask
anything.
money for anything that I have. But
Interesting.
that is not to say I am unwilling to negotiate.
How about you come out where we can all have a nice conversation then?
I will when I arrive. I'm still quite far off.
Interesting.
Do you have any information about the elements?
Which elements do you speak of?
The elements. I think you know.
Your voice. It has a peculiar ring to it that I've heard before, but not for a long time.
Well, I mean, he is kind of an angel boy, an ASMR.
Indeed. And what of your silent friend there? What is his story?
I assume
I was talking to Will.
our hill dwarf friend? Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
Indeed.
Sorry.
I'm going through my. I'm trying to figure out if I have enough money to like get you to take the enchantment off your librarian, so we can talk to her.
More to
Trust
that
me.
point,
You do not.
what did you do to her? Her mind doesn't seem to be her own at times.
It is a rather unfortunate story. She was a librarian. She was brilliant, in fact, probably one of the smartest of her goblin kind. But she went mad due to the books. You see, the goblin mind is not prepared to absorb the knowledge of humankind or elfkind, or all the knowledge that she attempted to consume.
Racist.
And so here she is, mindlessly wandering about. Her husband refused to admit the truth, and I could not see her suffer so I brought her here into my sanctuary.
What was her husband's name?
I do not recall.
I'm looking at the map and like all I can think is in the middle of all this, like Ben just pops his drunk head out of the like top floor of a window of a pub across the river, and it's like, you fucking racist!
Racist.
That's racist.
David, what are you doing? Racist.
I'm just thinking of PC Principal. You're trying to say a woman can't do.
I just hope they understand the nuance. Sorry.
So yeah, we're here looking for information about the elements, of how to harness and manage the three elements.
Also, we're also just looking to further our own magical prowess, whether that's understanding, perceiving magic, or just wielding greater magic. So that seems to be something you've dabbled in.
Ooh, hey. So you're helping her by keeping her kind of like in a trance, so because she's messed up, right?
Her trance is not of my doing.
Oh,
Like I
But
said,
you
she
know-
has been driven mad by the knowledge she's consumed.
There's no way to cleanse her.
Not that I could find.
What can you tell us about the villagers here? Why is everybody acting so strange?
What's of all the orcs?
The orcs have been hired to protect the city. That is about my extent of the knowledge of the situation.
Okay. That's about all we know as well.
Here. View me in my true form as I enter. Poor choice of words. As I come closer to you.
Come.
So, out of the kind of break in the trees, you see pretty ordinary looking dude. Couple inch length beard, neat hair, decent looking, dress. Just kind of a guy wearing normal clothes. Nothing too fancy.
Okay.
Now, young Genasi, you have seen me. Does that sate your curiosity?
I like to just see who I'm talking to, so yeah.
hi.
Hello, Master Dwarf.
So you mentioned earlier you don't accept money, but you do accept something. What might that be?
The worthy.
Say dragons.
And how do you gauge who is worthy and who isn't?
After
Let me guess, they
nearly
can't be
2
goblins?
centuries, those methods are quite natural to me.
Well, the reason
Alright.
I'm asking for information about the elements because I have been seeing visions. I am of Asimir descent, and I just keep seeing this uh, brutal war amongst the elves and the
The war, indeed.
Asimir.
I too have seen that war. If you are Asimir, you have a lot riding on your shoulders. A lot of responsibility lies in your future. So when you say to me the elements, tell me what you know of them.
We have encountered a dark elf chained up, guarding the elements for eternity. Once walking through the element portals, we saw them with our eyes. But that dark elf that was chained mentioned that I would need to find a way to harness the elements.
Indeed.
And I am seeking help on how to do that. To help
Shasta,
mankind.
the druid, yes?
Correct.
Very well. I will help you. For if Shasta spoke to you, then there is something that he intends for you to do. Imagine to be eternally chained to the roots of a tree, not allowed to die, not allowed to live, waiting for someone like you to come along. It is within my power to leave him there for another eternity.
He seemed pretty accepting of his fate, if not a little bit melancholical about it.
Was he?
Yeah, we figured he wasn't going anywhere, so we said we'd come back.
He always was. Well, never mind. Come, I will show you what I have for you. Follow me deeper into the forest if you will. I have one of the keys to unlocking one of the elements.
Getting the
And he
sense
kinda
that
walks
he,
off.
like, knows that person. Like,
Make an insight check.
which would mean he's old as shit.
Yeah, 'cause that
Or
that's
he's
well
hiding his
sealed up.
true age, yeah.
He clearly knew him. Based on what he said, he clearly knows
Yeah.
this guy. But that's about all you can tell.
Which means unless he had a bunch of books on him, this guy is a lot older than he appears, gentlemen. So I'm gonna I follow him in. I say that kind of like under my breath, like.
As I see him going in the distance, I start just following behind.
Well? Well?
Well,
I'm
you're
going with-
down to follow? Yep.
Absolutely.
And Thyla, I haven't heard her in like 30 minutes.
So
She's
the
following
wizard
you.
follows. The wizard heads off into the woods, and the rest of you follow him in, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
Time out. Time's out. Man, I was so ready for this until I wasn't.
Are you gonna update the bar, folks, or are they just over there getting smashed? You drinking
That's what
Pruno?
Sorry, I can't do the smooth music fade out, but there you go.
You don't know the difference between Pruno and White Lightning, but you ain't nothing boy. Defibrillator.
Man, I was so ready for this, and then like I got super into that character, and I like misclicked.
I like that character. He's
I
mysterious.
did too. It was pretty good.
All right, so
It's like the
back up to
Cheshire
the other
Cat.
guys. I gotta grab another beer though. I'll be right back.
I love how there's live chickens in the background right now with the fucking bar.
Oh, is that what that is? The bar
Yeah,
noise?
you hear the fucking
Funny,
chicken?
Yeah. I took one of my ear, like I lifted the earbud up. I'm like, why the fuck am I hearing this? What is this?
You looking outside your window, Will? Your chicken coop?
You never know. Odder
With
things been
you,
out there.
yeah, you probably would have had a chicken coop.
There was one in the backyard.
That's what
Wasn't
you use
mine,
for
though,
the
it was
doggy
Christy's
door
sister.
too.
Feel bad that they have a dog and that's gone now. They have to take it outside. It's such a long walk to go all the way out there every time I have to go to the bathroom.
Who has a dog?
Christy's brother and his girlfriend got a what the fuck is it called? The little long ones, corgi. They got a corgi.
Oh, what's the name?
Yampers. They had
Yampers?
something to do with Pokemon, I think.
Yampers is a Pokemon,
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah, that's why they
god.
named it that.
Yampers is literally a corgi Pokemon,
Yeah, electric type.
but it's a corgi. It's hilarious. That must be like one of the new ones from Sun and Shield or whatever.
Yeah.
Shield and Sword. Which makes sense that it's a corgi because that region of that game takes place in like the UK equivalent. Like corgis are all over the place there, so. That's one of my favorite breeds of dogs too. They're like smaller dogs, but they have like big dog personalities. But they're not like
Tiny
super
heads.
small. They're like medium small.
Yeah, they're
like
medium. Yeah.
They're like the queen's dogs, corgis.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All the videos I've seen though, I've never like. I don't know if it's because it's still young, but this one is fucking high strung. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. Like it
They got a
doesn't
bunch
seem
of
for-
energy.
I think it was like 2-3 days ago. I
They're-
was out there, and I'm never out there. And they came in from taking him outside of the bathroom, and he's like just chilling. And then he saw me, and it was like fucking as hard as he could possibly run to get at me. Like just full fucking tilt as fast as he could run. Adorable.
They're like Shiba Inus or like
Yeah.
Boston Terriers or whatnot. Like they're like descended from like work dogs, sheep dogs, guard
corgis
dogs
are-
type things.
They're highly sheep herding type dogs, yeah. They love herding animals. They have a strong herding instinct.
Yeah. They're not quite physically
Which-
adept for it nowadays, but they can still do it. They can put out like enough bite
Well, they
and
have-
bark, you know.
They're at a. They apparently the whole thing with corgis is they were at such a height, like their unique height of that dog, that they could like nip at the heels of like animals to keep them moving or something.
Yeah, it
It's
said that
interesting.
they used them to herd horses a lot, which you'd think that wouldn't work out, but apparently.
You think they'd
know
just
how-
get kicked in the face by the horses, yeah.
But there's a lot of things, like little things that scare big things. Like maybe that just works.
Yeah.
It does.
Like spiders and me. What's going on? Is he
Have to
crafting a
smoke
beer?
this bowl, yeah.
Well, as far as I could tell, the invisibility spell worked too well, and Thyla disappeared.
Yeah, she hasn't said anything in like a
She's
half an hour.
really in character, guys.
That's why I put that black ash smudge on her foot so we can keep track of her. I didn't want her wandering off in the woods.
You couldn't touch.
She
Anything
hasn't
she's-
said anything because she's just been gone this whole time. She just took off. And it's like in
Just running around fucking with the guards invisible, giving them wedgies and tripping while they're
pantsing
walking.
them and shit in public. Just pulling pranks on the villagers.
Just walk into like the public bathrooms, just kicking in the door stars everywhere. Poof! What the fuck? God, poof! What the fuck? They're ghosts. Poof!
Sorry, retarded.
Getting right up on their ear, just quietly whispering, "You're a real piece of shit."
You're gonna die tonight. God damn it! What the fuck? tripping waiters in the restaurant. Stuff like that. Hot plates coming through. God damn it.
Makes me sad. You see that they made like a breakthrough with visions, and they've been testing it on mice.
Yes.
This is cool.
Sort of.
And if
Yeah.
game's going as well as, like, they're pretty confident that they're going to be able to cure glaucoma in humans and help almost everybody that has eye degeneration, like as you get older.
What do you mean?
That's pretty cool.
What do you mean?
I feel like things that's probably like 10 years out, still 20 years out.
What?
But still, at least they're making strides. It's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It could cost you, $40,000, but
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I told Christy after reading it, and she's like, what about people that got LASIK? If they revert their eyes, are they just going to be fucked?
Hey,
Or are
let
they
me-
going to have super eyes?
Let me test something real quick. All right.
Hmm.
Super eyes. Did you guys hear anything different?
No.
super eyes.
He's trying to do a voice changer.
Yeah.
There's...
Yeah.
Is this fucking meter that hot?
All right, can you hear me now?
Nope.
Yeah.
Jesus. I hit a button that I shouldn't have hit.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm not sure. Can you say it again?
Ball sacks.
Check.
Still a little unclear.
Just deep, sweaty ball sacks.
Heard bunnies. Nah,
Bunnies and coin
you're
purses.
good.
That's what I heard.
Bunny
too.
ball sacks. All right.
Okay.
You could buy
Cousin's
some
computer
balls
crashed,
at the-
so
Yeah.
hang on, I'm gonna help you with it.
All right.
This is.
What is this?
How about now?
She's offline, but I just got a message. Jesus Christ.
All right. She's got her back up and running. Is everyone here? Where's Ryan?
I'm at the bar
No, IRL. Where you at?
in my basement.
Got your dogs with you? Where's your baby?
In bed. Where's your baby?
He's in the bathtub. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so
Oh
bad.
shit!
Oh shit!
That was so bad. He's only 15 months old, Ryan. Or 17. You forgot 2 months. I forgot.
Ryan, you are exactly the type of father that I expected you to be.
Yeah.
Hilarious, but good.
Thank you.
Eh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
No, you're a good dad. Daddy. Ew, gross. I'm sorry.
You gotta say it with a little breath underneath it.
Yeah, you gotta like
Yeah.
mean it. and say it.
Daddy.
Man, I wish I had that fucking, I wish I had that voice.
Daddy.
Test. Come on.
You're bickering with his dad.
Raya's got it set up.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh no, that's terrifying.
You know what's
How
funny
about
about
now?
that?
You like
I can
this one?
still.
That last one,
I can still tell it's him.
I mean,
That's the funny thing, like the
it
cadence
that
of
way?
the voice.
exactly.
those-
That's my point. Like
What do you
those,
mean?
when I was like 11 and I was afraid I was gay, those were my nightmares. Hello there, Steven.
When I was 11. This
And
one
it was
time
just him.
at band
It was
camp.
just him looking in the mirror.
this one then.
Adam,
Yes.
you remember how there was the controversy with the
Huh?
facial recognition not recognizing black people's faces? Same with the voice thing, except it affects Mexicans.
Oh.
Ah.
That makes me muy triste.
He sounds exactly the same to me. That's how I hear him
He
all the
sounds
time.
Canadian, buddy.
Hey. Hey, buddy.
I
Hey.
wanted to hear the rest of Ryan's story, and you interrupted it with
No.
some scary laugh.
To combat their bickering and whatnot, instead of arguing with them whenever they converse, or whenever her dad asks him something, he just goes, "Yes, daddy. Okay, daddy. Yes, daddy." And everybody just starts laughing and diffuses the situation. So I've started doing it to him. Yes, daddy.
What are you?
I'm typing.
What
sorry.
is this? Oh my
What are you
god.
typing?
This is bad. Oh my god, this one's bad.
Ooh.
That is really bad.
This is man to woman.
It sounds
No!
like it sounds like one of those like weird fembots from Futurama or something.
Computer does not compute.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you,
Good.
can you,
Yeah.
Are you sure?
This is bad.
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
These things just like add sound behind my voice.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. We don't hear anything on this end. You sound normal.
Oh damn. So it's like changing it on mine, but not yours.
That's weird. Yeah.
Chickens. I hear chickens.
Alright. Fuckers ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you ready?
Titties are perked.
I believe the last thing that happened was Farron was kind of waltzing you guys out toward the weepy scab, correct?
Oh, us? Yeah.
Alright, so you are following a similar path up to a point from your cohorts, walking along the city out the same door. Remember, this is really the only door out of the Gosian area of the city. You walk through the same market. By this point in the day, it's thriving. You know, it's packed, busy. You see all kinds of people, poor people, rich people alike, buying what they need to get through the day. You continue to walk in through, oh god, I don't remember the race that I gave them, through the district that looks like as if you were living in our world and thought it was Asian. And get to the door, Doors guarded by a few carvers. Farron in the lead, confidently, gets you through. As you cross the bridge, you see this river is a little bit bigger than you thought it was. At first glance, entering the city, you know, with a sprawling city on either side of it, it looks like it fits neatly inside, but once you get close to it, once you start walking along the causeway, you realize it's a huge river.
This is cool.
Several ships could pass through if it weren't for the causeway that you're crossing right now. That in the very middle has a lock in place where each side of the bridge can be raised to let a single ship through at a time.
Game over.
Fortunately for you, it is now in the down position.
Genius.
You cross over and come to an adobe kind of clay Middle Eastern style
Ogre?
larger building in front of you.
What's
Farron leads you
closer?
straight in with kind of a smirk on his face, telling you, you know, if you want to drink, this is the place to do it.
Cool.
And as you walk in,
Yeah.
the noise kind of gets even louder,
Yeah.
and the place is packed. Every table is full. The bar is completely full. And if you want to have a drink, you're going to have to fight your way up to the bar, buy a drink, and find somewhere to stand with it.
Is this pre-COVID?
This is pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. Pre-COVID.
No masks.
Well, I pull my enchanted hood up just a little bit farther of my face and kind of nudge Meadman. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking, let's fight our way through this crowd, get up there and get some whiskey.
It's
So
all
just start
ogre.
pushing through as well, going up
Better
there
make-
around.
Better
What
make
is
it doubles.
Hello.
Yeah, let's go with doubles. Why not?
I'm a ghost.
Okay.
I'm detecting a lot of con saves in your futures.
These are weird.
Well,
So
as of right now, you got to get his attention first. So you're getting on the bar. You see this bartender kind of bouncing back and forth, pouring drinks. So he keeps kind of looking back, like trying to get somebody else. Can't find anybody else to help him tend this bar. But whatever, he's pouring these ales, he's pouring these drinks, he's doing what he can. Eventually, he kind of looks over at you.
I slap 2 gold pieces
Sorry.
down on the bar.
What?
He nods his head and he kind of slowly walks toward Gary without taking his eyes off him.
Throw my hand down on the bar real hard and say, look here, we got good money and we need some good old whiskey. So it's the strongest thing you got back there behind that bar.
What
I
is
can see
ruby?
that you do have money. I can see
Damn
that.
straight.
And I do have good whiskey, but I usually will reserve it for the people who deserve it. And money does not buy you such deservance. What can I
What?
get you?
What does buy us deserve
Game
it.
over.
Well, who you know? So tell me,
I know him.
my hooded mysterious friend, who do you know?
Who do I know?
I know him.
Who do I know?
The
Meadman.
short one beside you.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Now,
dwarf.
I do recognize an Alabama drinker when I see one. So, for
The
sure,
dwarf.
I will pour a drink, but you, why should I pour you a drink?
Because he's an alcoholic.
I'll take a beer.
Because he likes
Very
to
well,
drink.
one water and one whiskey. Coming right up.
Give him a
Well,
glass.
hold
of
on
milk.
now. If you know a true Alabama drinker, then you know a true Alabama drinker don't drink alone.
Custom
So,
oh.
how about this Alabama drinker gets him one drink and one for his good old drinking friend right here.
You can see his smile around the back of his head.
No.
Very well. A drink for you both.
Can I have one?
He walks back, despite the shouts of the other patrons in the bar. Walks back kind of crouches down, opens up a cupboard below the bar, pulls out an old bottle of whiskey, pours 2 glasses, and brings it back to you.
This
Says
is
Bring
to
glasses of
him,
water for
hello.
he doesn't.
Puss.
He doesn't. He brings 2 glasses of whiskey and he sets them down right in front of you. Enjoy.
Ah, thank you very kindly.
I would
You're welcome.
ask a price of you, but I know you will be drinking more. So perhaps I will let you talk over this one. You tell me what you want next. And if I know anything about Alabama, you will make me rich. Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, open tab. You do know a thing or two about how Bama people do. All right, let's do it.
Picture those Turkish
That's
ice
funny.
cream guys. You make me rich. Yes.
Yes. Sound like Borat.
All right, so he walks away from you and he starts kind of serving the other customers.
No.
Why don't we find a table back in the back corner there?
What do you mean?
That sounds good. Need to do some drinking and some talking. I'm down for that. All right.
Yes. No.
Where's Farron?
Farron.
Baron is still kind of sitting, like, just kind of observing this whole thing, standing behind you, bemused.
I'm over here.
He's just following you around.
He's over here.
Baron, get over here. I need your help with something. For a little bit of a Alabama drinking game. Get on over.
You need my help with an Alabama drinking game, okay? I must warn you, I have been drinking. This
He's
is...
got a pina colada with an umbrella in it.
Like an actual pineapple.
Wait.
Pretty much.
Pippy, you done taken on the
If
Turkish ice cream seller. What's going on with you, Pippy? Baron, get on with you.
It is,
Come on, man.
you know, I mean, it's good to be home. You know?
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting.
All right, well, get on over here, whoever the fuck you are. And, I need you. We're gonna play a little game called Drink Reload.
Yes.
I like his accent. I want to talk like that from now on. Can I do that? Is that okay if I talk like him a little more? No, I'm not gonna. Okay.
Have at it.
I
Have
will.
at it, pina
So
colada.
long as you tell me what the fuck you've been drinking in that colada there, then yeah, I mean, I guess so. You know, tell me fucked up like
Baron
this,
is,
whatever.
he's gone.
Well-
Yeah.
Hey, I have not been drinking
Yeah.
more than you. And he passes out.
You can try.
All right. Good.
All right,
Well, he'll be
Wow.
all right.
that's dumb. Okay, let's go ahead and sit on down here and let's do a little drinking game and a little talking. Sound good?
Hear my disembodied
This is
voice
too
from across
good.
the city. Check his pockets.
Pocket
Pocketful?
puckle?
That's
Playing
Playing
pocket
pocketful?
puckle?
Sorry.
well, it's obvious that bartender knows something we don't.
Okay. Hello. I'm back to normal, right? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
You're in the poor part of town, some backwater pub, full of people drinking hard, and you ask for a beer.
Hello.
I was-
Hello, hello.
He wasn't gonna give me
So-
whatever, so I just kind of.
Ogre is
That
loud.
was a smart ass comment, meant to be. Didn't come
Do
through.
you have a light beer?
All right. So do we find a booth? Sitting down having a chat, or
Yeah. So you found your way to a table in the back.
do we like drag Farron over with us or whatnot, or we just leave him on the
Exactly.
floor? Okay, cool.
Well,
We
that's
drag
up to you, but in
I'm
my
dragging
mind, Farron made his way
Yeah.
back with you,
him.
and
Okay.
then tried to talk, and then passed out.
Oh, this one's creepy.
Word sounds good. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull out a little box I got in my chest and in the pocket. I'm gonna take our drinks here. I'm gonna take half mine, half his, throw it in the box, swish it around together, throw the other half in there, and then switch them back up and re-pour them in both glasses and sit them in front of them. And then
Fuck kind of
Gary,
guy.
whatever the fuck you want to talk about, we can talk. You sit first.
What's dark sound
What
like?
what kind of game is this?
Called Alabama. Shut the fuck up and talk if you need to.
What was the swishy box
That's
thing?
bad.
Oh, just all liquors
Wow.
all mixed up together
Wow.
now in case there's some sort of double ploy going on with you and that bartender or the bartender and our drunk ass fuck friend over there. We gotta all be in the same boat if we're gonna try to trust each other. We have some bad blood between the two of us, so I figured we come here, get fucked up on exactly the same shit in our own way, regardless of what no one had to say about nothing about it, and then we could talk it out.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, let's do that.
Testing it for poisons and whatnot. Make sure that bartender
Okay.
didn't fuck us over.
Someone get poisoned, we all getting poisoned, and we all crawling out of the deep together. It's the Bama way, goddammit.
It is a Bama way.
Jambalaya whiskey. Is that what you're
What-
doing?
That sounds like a good ass recipe. Your grandpappy make that or whatnot? Because let me know. I can get that. Get the numbers and measurements or spices and whatnot. We get down.
What was going on with the bartender up there? What was that between you two there?
Fuck if I know. I'm just glad he got us some whiskey. I was about to jump back there and smash a bottle over his head. You can give me something to drink.
Don't
After
do
walking this
that.
poor ass part of town talking about you don't take money. Dumb fucking shit.
Just like a
Sketchy as hell.
You don't know that guy?
Not quite.
Not quite.
I mean, I'm an Alabama man. I done drink a lot of parts, a lot of places. So, I mean, like,
Can't remember everybody.
It's possible.
I
But
get
don't
it.
remember him,
I
not
get
in no particular way. Yeah.
Well, we just kind of got to be careful around here. Or more so, I got to be careful around here. Been seeing a lot of leery eyes around these parts, and I think I know why.
Oh, yeah? And seeing some trouble? You been getting some sketch shit?
Yeah, way
Big
back.
man love the sketch.
Way back when I got mixed up with Thieves Guild, and
Oh, yeah?
things didn't end well, and kind of been on the run from them ever since. Nothing serious, but let's just say some people are looking for me.
Now I'm gonna come in right here, and I'm gonna talk to you. You see, and as you look up, you see another just aggressive-looking dwarf with rosy red cheeks and just the whole accoutrements, just looking like he is a straight-up hill dwarf coming in. Now, I want to tell you one thing here. I am another Alabama dwarf, and I see you here talking to an Alabama dwarf, and I gotta come over here and share my story with a fellow Alabama.
Well,
And
you
not only-
know that's okay. You know that's okay. You come over here and drink with
I do
us
know
any
that's
day.
okay.
I thought
And
I
not
heard
only-
the kindred
I
spirit
pull
come
my hood
across the
down and
room,
kinda look
you
away.
say something.
Oh, Terry.
Not only do I know I gotta share my drink, I share my story and my drink. Now, here, you take a drink of mine, I take a drink of yours. What you think about that? Now,
Yeah, well,
Sorry,
what
but-
you
I love
sniffing and drinking up there? Is some I was told I was given the finest whiskey as an Alabama man should deserve, but is there
Well,
some
I'll
sort of
tell you.
special reserve I don't know about?
well, you know,
This is some swamp Alabama.
sometimes you find a reserve
I was
that
gonna
nobody
post
else
that.
is. And I'll tell you what, I'll bring that right in here right now. So you take a drink of this, or you don't enjoy the experience the way I'm enjoying it.
Well, now that
Right.
is something special. But if you coming down here in Alabama true fashion, we
Ugh.
having ourselves a reunion party, then you must know about the Bama Backwash Swash Chalk Box Challenge, and that's what we doing back in here right now. So let me just get my Smash Back Chalk Box out again. Hold on a second, there. Let me. I got 3 drinks here now. Swish, swish, swash, all mixed up. Splish, splish, splash. We done got ourselves a 3-way split. Now this here is the best of the best, as you say, and I got the best as that man done say up there. We should have ourselves at least a half best good thing all
Of course, I'm aware. Of course, I'm aware of that.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
You talk to me like I'm not aware of what you mentioned.
No,
So,
no. I'm sorry. I was just explaining the custom to my
Sure,
friends
sure.
and
That's
the peoples
fair.
around.
That's a
People be
fair
asking
thing to
questions.
do.
You know how they point us
Absolutely.
out from the Alabama. That they all hear us all around the town. Yeah.
Now, if I understand the custom,
Yes.
we switch the drinks. What now? Say it again.
We take all the
it's
drinks.
been a while.
We take all the drinks. We have poured them in the Swiss chalk box, as you know, as a sacred thing.
As
It's
I
got the
know,
spirit
I
of
do know.
all the drinks in the switch. Of course you do. Of course you do. You got one yourself, I'm sure. So we all mix it up, right? And then I report it into all glasses so that we all got the same cups of the same things.
Oh,
So you know, now
that
we all
is-
equals on the levels, even though we comes in from the unequals
That
place,
is
because that's
beautiful,
that's
my
the
friend.
essence of the swamp, ain't it? Exactly.
Let me allow you to do the honors here. So I will hand you my glass, and I will hand
Absolutely.
you my second glass. You see, this
Oh,
here was
excellent.
my second drink. So
Mhm.
I will let you do the honors here, sir.
Oh, you were double fisted. Okay. Well, I've got
Indeed I was.
yours, mine's right. I'll be all mixing. And now we got it all poured out here into 4 glasses amongst 3 friends once again. All right, you drink first.
So what I believe the tradition is the one who
Honored
mixes.
guest last
Correct me if
here.
I'm wrong. The one who
Go
mixes
drink
the
first.
drink
I just
drinks
grab
first. Correct.
I
Is-
just grab the drink
Okay.
in from out of both in front of you and I pour it on the floor and put it back on the table.
Well,
Well,
now what happened there? That's
Lee.
a curious reaction to this situation. Please do explain. Either of y'all.
Have we?
Do you intend to offend our host here? Now, I see a man here in a hood covering his face.
Yes,
You
you do.
offend our host.
Meh. This host is just trying to get a guess on the situation of all sorts. Of course, I do know you from the Alabama. I hear it. I see the comments. Of course, we ain't really as affiliated as I know.
Perhaps I have entered into something wherein I do not belong. So I shall leave the two of you to your own. And he walks
What
away.
is this calling I hear? Okay. Well, that sounds good, boy. You know, roll go and do the thing. Yeah, keep the swamp on your back. I'm sure we catch each other around the creek crack comes down. You know,
Oh my god.
And he walks away. And he walks out the door.
So what the hell was just said?
Two good old boys catching
That
up.
was a legit interaction that Ben won. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh my god.
so you done had some problems with the Thieves Guild? That's what you were saying to me,
Well,
my cloaked friend here.
first off, look at the floorboards down there melting away. Good thing you didn't drink that.
Yeah. That
Oh,
that
really?
could have been a problem on the old Bama gut. You know what I mean?
Shit.
How you holding up?
Who was that?
Need to get the fuck out of here, or
Okay. Who was that? Do you know?
that was some man from Bama apparently. But you know, we got plenty of folks from the Alabama place. Maybe thieving, maybe killing, maybe contracting, maybe fishing. I don't know. You the one who's got some sketchy ass history up in this part. That's what I'm telling.
Sure, that guy was
what's
from
going
Alabama?
on? At least he sounded like he was.
Well, anybody
But,
can sound like they're from Alabama.
Yeah, that's true.
That wasn't that good.
We
That
need to
could
go.
be true.
We need to go.
Yeah,
We need
I
to
think
find
it's
a back
probably
door.
a good idea. All right, let's get Farron and maybe roll out the backside. We need to
Farron,
cause
my
no
name is
distraction or just
Farron.
roll.
Yes.
I pick up
do
Farron,
believe-
sling him
yes,
over my
grab
shoulder.
grab me lower, big man, please. Carry me from underneath.
Shut your mouth.
Okay.
We're leaving.
Shut it for him.
Farron, where can we go?
Well, I believe there is another bar down the road. Should we mean to take this any further, there is also an inn.
Yeah, let's go there. Out the back
Yeah.
door, please.
Let's go back to our end. Sounds like a good plan.
Wait, oh, sorry. I'm not there.
So, you walk back out and retreat the way you came across the bridge. Heading back towards the no, you were just in the Weepies camp. Heading back towards the other inn, which for some reason I can't think of the name of. Zoomies. And Gary is carrying Farron over shoulder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Make your way back. Cross the bridge. Make your way through the market. Through the door. Back to the inn. You step through the doors of the inn where you feel safe.
Are you guys fucking idiots? You could have been captured. You could have drank poison. You're not even watching where the fuck you're going the whole time. And then
All
you're
of a
just
sudden,
like, just walking out in public
Does
and
anybody
someone
hear
is trying
this
to
obnoxious
kill me.
ass
But yeah,
like
let's just
preachy
leave
voice
the inn.
coming out of nowhere talking
Yeah, I'm
crazy
here,
shit
you
about something
goddamn
she didn't
stupid
say, you know? I don't know.
idiots. I cannot believe you would just leave and then bring them back to the inn like they're not following us. I don't know what to do with you guys.
She
Yeah,
must have wandered
screaming
off.
from across the way or something.
No, I
don't
am
know.
right here with you. I stayed here.
You can smell her tail.
Yeah, thank you.
So wait, you
Smell
stayed
her
in
tail.
the inn, or you came with us to the other place?
Oh, I didn't leave. Yeah, I just stayed high-headed.
Well, then how the fuck do you know what happened?
I was with you.
She knew we were gone.
she misunderstood the question. She was with you the whole time.
I was with you the whole time. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I misunderstood.
Yeah, she gave us the
So
strip.
Yeah.
you did. So you were with us. You didn't
Yes,
stay in the
sorry.
inn. Okay.
No, I wasn't. Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. I was with you.
So then,
Y'all are idiots.
what
You're
the
very
fuck were
brazen.
you? What was the point of you being there? You didn't do shit. I see you jumping in with the acid juice or no
I
shit.
thought Gary was gonna
or
run
some
off
shit.
and be a shapeshifter again. I don't
And
know.
what was your plan then? What was your plan then?
Okay.
Then you were gonna come out and save him. You were gonna
Oh,
you were gonna save old Mean Man from the acid stomach bath.
Well,
What the
I didn't know it was acid, but
Tyler?
apparently Gary did.
Oh, then
Good
why
job,
were you
Gary.
there?
Gary,
That was
you're brilliant.
useless. I figured that one out. We're fine. You shut
Gary,
up.
you're
Gary.
brilliant.
Slowly take my
Gary.
hood off my face.
So the inn is not
Gary.
safe. We're obviously not safe here.
I
What the fuck
have
are you shouting in the
something
inn?
to say. My name is Farron. I am royalty here, and I have something to say.
Can
Gary,
I not tap him?
What,
Gary,
I nut tapped him.
your stubble
Bah.
looks incredible,
Does he not have nuts?
Thank you.
and I appreciate it.
I think we all know he has no nuts. Yeah.
That's why I carry balls.
We are not safe
What is
here in
what,
this
what
inn.
has happened to me? Could you? I would like to go home.
You're fine, Farron. Lay down here.
Farron is
Why
okay.
have I become
Lay on
thusly?
Gary's chest, Farron.
You drank much. You had-
no,
you had a
no.
pina
I
colada and a
fancy
half.
myself quite the drinker. Something was added to my drink.
Will walks in with his half drink, just drinking it.
Very well. Gary, put me in your bed. I have to sleep.
All right. You sleep. We'll talk in the morning.
What's
I don't
about,
think
Gary?
we're safe here.
I mean,
how you
Farron
ended
might
up like
not
this?
have-
Tyler, do you got a place for us to go?
No, I don't.
No,
Well,
you're
no, we
still
could have been
unhelpful.
sneaky about
Very
it.
good. All right. So if
We
anyone
could have been a little more
else has
sneaky about it. We didn't have to
details
walk all the way
about it-
straight back here. Can someone go out and like reconnaissance? Anyone that's still invisible? Am I still invisible? It's been a while.
How
DM,
long was
that's
the
a
spell?
DM. Yeah, I don't
You
know.
are
an
casted
hour, I
on you.
think.
He's not here. He's with me and Will in the forest of Magic Man.
Yeah, I thought there was a range on it, but I let it slide. But I feel like you're still invisible because it's a 1-hour spell,
Okay.
and it just requires concentration. So I think you're fine.
So I just look like a crazy drunk person right now. Just
Yes.
although there is some voice
Yeah.
screaming at me in the dark. So like, what
Yeah.
else? Just like whatever. That's cool. Yeah. Normally things scream out of nowhere at people. And they yell back. That's something that happens.
I'm upset.
Yeah, and you are
Y'all are
afraid
being
this place
careless.
isn't safe, and you're screaming as an invisible person in the middle of a crowded room.
You
and
guys
complaining
went
that we're
back
being
to
careless.
our safe place
But where'd they end?
after you just.
This
someone
is
just
way
tried
more
to kill
careless,
you.
Thyla.
Did you watch behind you?
Why
Yes.
didn't you tap us on the shoulders and whisper this as we were going to the safe place instead of screaming it out loud in the safe place once we got here? God damn it. All right, let's get back on the
Because
street.
I'm invisible,
Thyla, why
I
don't
can
you
see if
figure
someone's
this
still
out?
there, right?
Goddamn
Am I still
smart. Come
invisible?
on, let's go. Find a place, Thyla. Let's go. Come on, get out. Let's all
I'll
get
stay
out.
here, Farron.
Thyla's gonna figure it out because we're dumb. Come on, Thyla.
Jesus Christ,
I'll
dude.
stay here with Farron.
I didn't trust Gary. That's why I kept quiet.
Thyla.
No shit. You said
It's
that
nothing
before
like
you went invisible. Now that's why I went there with Gary and played the whole. God damn it! Get out and go figure it out. Since I'm so dumb, you go figure it out, Thyla.
You're not dumb. I'm just. I could have like done some shit.
This place is busted. It's unsafe.
It's nothing like that. You
Screaming in
guys
the
go.
dark. Now I look like a crazy fucker. So let's all go. We gotta get.
You're causing the scene. You're causing the scene. Get out. Get out. Get out.
I'm screaming at the air right now, so I'm walking out, being the crazy dwarf, crazy Bama dwarf, screaming at the air. Come on, come on. We gotta figure it out. The wind's gonna
Out.
teach
Out.
us
Out. Out.
somehow.
Out.
The winds of the out of here. Come on. So I'm walking out of the door, screaming this. I assume Thyla's
Oh my
figured it
God.
out now and moved out, and she's gonna fucking brilliantly guide us to some safe place instead of just start screaming out in the middle of our one place about how unsafe this place is, making everything more unsafe after she came to protect Gary, even though I did that
I
anyway.
mean, the
Said it.
DM
Let's
did
go,
say
come
we
on.
were in a safe place. But him saying we're in a
Said
safe
we
place.
felt safe.
Yeah,
Doesn't
it
sound
doesn't
like
feel
a safe place to me.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
doesn't feel safe.
Clearly isn't now. All right, so we're out in the street. It's on Thyla now. I got about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes left, so let's figure it out.
So Farron's asleep in the safe place.
He's
Yeah,
passed out with
drug.
over Gary's shoulder.
I see.
And these two just took their screaming match out to the streets.
Well, I
Excellent.
assumed Thyla came after me because she's invisible. I don't know where she is.
I tried to trip him.
Where's Gary? Did we just leave him alone, Thyla? Good plan. Good job.
I tried to trip him. Like the backwards, like leg kick thing. Does it work?
What are you trying to do?
Like kick his foot when he puts one down and the other one's.
Me or who are you trying to
Oh,
kick?
sorry. So he's walking. And he puts a foot down. The other one's going forward, but you kick that one. So he trips.
That would be your dexterity check versus his athletics check.
Yeah, let's go. Oh,
This
dexterity.
is mine?
Your athletics. Ben.
Athletics? Yeah.
What?
Mine?
No, your dexterity versus his athletics.
Titties. Alright.
Yeah, that's probably better for you.
Yeah. No, it's not. I'm +0 dexterity.
You roll an 18.
It was close. Yeah! You
All right.
tripped.
So
Yeah,
as he walks out, as he storms out, you manage to kind of swipe your leg at his heel. You kind of clip it a little bit, and
He
kind
doesn't
of
fall.
trips just a little bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't wind up on the ground, but he turns back at you, and you can tell that he is about ready to literally start slamming every single spell that he can your direction.
Meat man. I'm sorry I was screaming. I know I'm still invisible. I feel like this is.
big flaw in the.
We've been at odds this whole time, you asshole. But I feel like we're the kind of the planners a little bit. Scheming. Just help me out a little bit. I just don't feel safe at this inn that we have people coming back to. It's just us right now.
Then let's leave the inn. Find some place you feel safer in. I'm just saying.
And that's
That's
fine.
the plan. Let's go.
And that's fine, but I think maybe leaving a few people behind while we kind of recon is safer, so maybe we can find a better exit.
Who do you want to leave behind? Gary
I mean, the people who passed out, yeah.
and Farron? So
And
wait,
Well. Where's Well?
they're
Like,
still in the
looking
That's what
fort.
I like.
It's just the
seriously.
four of us here. Do you not
I'm
get
like,
that, Thyla? Like, so we either all go or we leave Gary alone with Farron, which was the whole fucking point of us not doing it. And now I'm screaming again.
Well, Wells
God
here
damn it!
too.
I didn't want to be
No.
screaming in
No,
here.
we're-
to an
no,
invisible person.
Will
Let's
is
not
not here.
interact
I'm
out.
not there,
Damn it.
and Ryan is not there.
That's what we were trying to figure out. Like when this
Yeah.
first started, when we started this separation, it
I thought you were there.
everything that was said was that it was Gary and him and the what's his name going to the bar, and the rest of us were going to the tower. So I thought you
Right.
were with us. you were going with us. That's why I marked your foot. That's why this whole time in the messages, I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I was
like, man,
so confused.
invisibility works. She's been
Okay. I'm gonna step in here for a second because there's a lot of confusion.
Yeah,
This is what I was told. So that split happened. Thyla was made invisible and then was assigned to follow Gary. That's what I was told.
By who?
Correct.
Me.
Yeah. Right.
But like that wasn't
Not
something
me.
that was told to us.
I know exactly. Secret.
It
Magic.
was a secret.
So we just thought you were with us the whole time, even though I marked your foot beforehand, so I should have known that
You
you were
should
going a
have
different
known.
direction.
So the
Yeah.
real,
And
real
that's why I thought
mystery,
you marked my foot.
real mystery.
when I
Who
was
the
back
hell did I
there.
mark? Sorry.
Well, but no, I mean, then how? Like, if I knew the mark was on there, like, there's no visual orientation, which means at some point, whether it was a private message, you had like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
She did message you, right?
I did message.
No.
You. I thought you were staying back at the.
Nobody messaged me that you were going with them. I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah, I had no idea you were with us as well.
Well, you
So-
Well,
wouldn't.
within the context of the
we
story, you
literally-
wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But
The only
we-
people that would have known is Rygar and Well. But I
Yeah.
thought Well was staying back at the bar. That's why I messaged Well.
Oh,
And
well,
that's
then
why
what about the-
that's why I thought Well was marking my fucking foot, because he was staying back with y'all.
No, that's what I don't get. There was
Yeah, the bar.
15
We went
minutes.
to a different bar.
Well, I thought you were smart. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Oh, shots fired.
So the,
he
the
never
10
would have known.
I'm
10 or
sorry.
15 minutes that we were talking about, this was the point of the mark.
Yeah,
But the
that
10 or
was the
15
whole-
minutes that we were talking about in the forest, what Thyla, like, that she was with us, but because she was quiet or was off mic for that 10 minutes,
I
we were
wasn't
laughing and
there.
joking that she was, like, fucking with the guards and stuff. And
Yeah.
nobody
See,
corrected
you
it,
were
so
supposed to know
nobody-
about that.
You were supposed to
You
know.
said you were
Nobody
going to
knew.
message him.
I thought
mean,
you
it-
knew. I didn't
No.
say for sure that I was.
I mean, it does make sense, the messages you did send me, where it's like, we need
I'm
to
sorry.
do this and that, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is she talking about
Yeah.
right now? That's why I didn't
God
respond
damn it.
back. I was like, what is she...
Ah.
Like, as far as I knew, we were all in the forest. I even wrote right there, I'm so confused. Like,
I'm confused too. It's fine. God.
Wait,
I'm sorry,
you didn't
Will.
tell me
I didn't
because
mean to do that to
you
you.
trust me. And then we got back.
Bim.
got
We've
mad at
been
me.
yelling at each other for like 3 weeks.
Right, but
and
I'm
it's
just
been
saying-
a month off.
Listen to my character perspective, though. When I got back, I thought you had abandoned them and then
No.
just showed up and started. I mean, you're invisible. So
I was just there,
walked
I was just
into
there
a bar.
watching you guys be a dumbass.
No, I
That's what
figured
was
that out. Like once you talked, that's why I asked that question. But like, I
Also
walked
that-
into an empty bar, and then you, an invisible person, started screaming at my
Yeah, I'm-
character
I'm
in
not-
the middle of the bar about
I'm not
how
part of it,
Oh,
but it
not
I
the
does.
bar.
shouldn't be in there. Like my character's gonna get
Yeah.
pissed at that, Thyla. Like
But it
you're
does-
telling me you shouldn't be in here making a distraction. You're the one that just made the
No,
fucking
we were in
distraction.
the inn. We were relatively safe.
I thought that's what you were saying. That you shouldn't be yelling
So
in the
everyone's
inn
Here's
where
what's gonna
everyone
happen.
knew
This
us.
is great. Sorry, y'all.
Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen.
Sorry, I don't care.
So,
Kelsey, I mean,
Ah,
yeah, we're playing.
here's what's going to happen.
I'm sorry.
Thyla's
Figured so.
character is a paladin. She is playing a subclass that specializes in stealth. However, she doesn't specialize in stealth until level 5. Well,
I'm at
you
there.
guys just hit level 5. So she's not quite good at it yet. So she had this entire plan in her head, and that's how it played out disastrously.
Bad
how about
plan.
this?
Bad shit.
I'm just saying. I'm just explaining my character's
No,
perspective.
because like
Correct.
I can
And
literally.
I don't think anybody's
No,
wrong.
I-
About that, right?
But that's
I
how
love
that
it.
happened. She had a
Totally.
plan. It didn't work.
Yeah. In my head, I should have.
Mead Man is pissed about it, rightfully so. Like, bro, like I'm trying to play a game, you're trying to play a game. We could have been playing a game together to out Gary, and it didn't work. Like, so that's why you guys
Yeah.
are pissed at each other. Fair, right? That's fair.
And I do get what you're saying now. If you thought Will was back there, of like
Yeah.
maybe we leave, but I was like, wait, that doesn't make. Why would we leave Gary alone?
Yeah, I thought he was with Will. That's my bad.
That's okay. I got.
So it just didn't work right. So she tried, didn't work right.
Okay,
Well, just
so I wouldn't
amend
have
the record.
left if Will wasn't there. So we would be inside the inn still.
Yeah, just amend the record. I didn't get the little ash on her foot, and ta-da! Like as
I
far
mean,
as we
no, you
knew, she
still-
was with us.
No, in fact, I think you should get the ash on her foot.
Mhm.
But you were to the point where like everybody is distrustful right now, so you're thinking like, man,
Just
she's
now.
following Gary. Like, okay, like, and then you're just let it go, unknowing of what's
Dude.
happening.
Would you like to hear how I rationalized it? Will put the
Yeah.
ash mark on her, and we started going towards the forest, and then we immediately stopped paying attention, and she
Yeah.
just turned right around and walked to the inn with them, and we were none the wiser because she's fucking invisible. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Well,
That's what
Rygar
I
whispered in my
Like
ear.
that.
my thought happened.
Yeah.
honestly. I
Rygar
don't
knew.
like.
So,
Rygar's the one
at
that gave
the-
me the idea.
At the very beginning, when she asked for when we spoke about making her invisible so the guards
Yep.
wouldn't fuck her up, I whispered her, and that's what
Started the whole
Steve-
thing.
Yep.
It started the whole thing. But the whole plan was, since I spoke to Gary, I knew something was up with him. Everybody was acting shady, or he was acting shady in the town. So I
know, like,
whispered her and told
hidden
her to
information,
follow him.
yeah.
And that's when Steve said, "Hold on, okay, he'll allow it." And
Right.
that's where it spun off. Like, that's why I'm
Well,
like, she's invisible.
So,
like,
and I do have a reason for the way I responded to that, because the way it was presented to everyone else. And remember, I don't have a responsibility to play your act out.
yeah, I went full RP on this. Like, I
The way it was played out to everyone else was this. Oh wait, no, that. Like, and immediately change your story. That's why I said there needed to be a roll for it.
Well, honestly, like if she had just messaged the king and leader of the party, none of this would have happened.
Agreed.
Wait, is that you?
I mean,
Who's the
Yeah,
king?
Because I did.
Fuck out of here.
honestly,
Yeah. I did message you, and you didn't know what was going on
Honestly.
because I thought you knew what was going on. I thought that's why you marked my goddamn foot. I was like, oh, he knows. He knows what's going on.
I marked your foot because you said you were gonna pick me up when you were invisible, and I was scared, so I wanted to make sure I could identify where you were at.
Simple believe that.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. All right.
We're on
honestly,
track.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
y'all.
think we are.
really
okay.
happened
So,
here was
So
Steve
okay, hey
a couple
Ben,
weeks ago
you
asked
and me, you
to
and me just
RP
had.
more, and we all did that tonight. And
Yeah.
this is that. I mean, like honestly, that is what happened. And
I
we
mean,
just, we're
Skylar
all
was-
competitive.
Yeah, we
And
are.
we're all creative and
Oh my
kind of
God.
vindictive,
Well,
which
I
I
was a
kind of
bit-
love.
I think it worked awesomely.
That's honestly what
but,
happened.
and I think it worked awesome, but there was just not enough cooperation.
We have to cooperate a little bit more.
Yeah.
No,
we probably-
no.
But I
That's not the
kind of like
problem.
it.
was like, no.
Skyla's a racist, and she doesn't like dwarfs, and she owes
Oh.
them and me an
Ugh.
apology.
Just because
Simple.
I'm
Well,
tall, maybe you're tallest.
All right.
Tallest.
I don't know.
So you're
Sure. I did think, how the fuck could this big ass dragon be so stealthy? So I mean, maybe there's a blame all around. All right.
So I feel like I would have explained this all to Meatman, right?
I just like to
don't
imagine.
agree. I think in the situation there was not enough time for that. You and Rygar had your communication. You
No, I meant
followed
right
along.
now. Now that I pulled Meatman out of the inn.
Okay, yes. Now that you guys are back there, yes.
I just the
He
whole.
can still be pissed at you about it. though.
Yeah, and no, and that's fair. But the whole well thing fucks with me too. I'm sorry. I missed that.
No, it's all right. Right now, you need to either you need to lose the invisibility, and one of the two, you need to pull your britches up and go inside of the inn and explain to the people why the dwarf was yelling and screaming at invisible nothing.
Yeah, he was
that's
drunk.
kind of this- if we're gonna
Alright.
stay at the safe end any longer.
I'll just like tug his arm. Like, bro, like, I'm sorry. Just let's go back in. Let's talk.
Oh, you know
Like,
what?
some shit is going on.
Have them go in and say he's actually just a practicing magician, and then Thyla picks him up while she's invisible, and he's like, "Look, I can float."
I could pick you up.
That's gonna get us like
Yeah.
burned as witches.
You could do
Oh,
like the
impressed
stairs,
Gary.
I'll be right back,
like
I'm
you're
like,
walking up the
audience too,
stairs.
like, when-
That'd be so good. No, they already know I'm there.
I just
I'm
like to
assuming
think
you guys
that
know my
Will and
voice.
Rygar are just standing with the guy this whole time. It's like, so, nice forest.
No, this is nice here.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
glad
go
that we're
smoke.
here.
We'll just
Uh,
walk
what
in
kind
and
of secrets
pretend
you
that we're like a traveling troupe of actors, and we were, she was like outside the door. We were rehearsing a play.
We were rehearsing.
Yeah,
a-
fuck
that's a
it.
good
Yeah,
excuse.
Where's the play? We'll pull the Randy Leahy excuse. It's a play. Just rehearsing for community theater there, Barb. Nothing more.
It's like you doing both voices.
They're all in
Oh
there
my
still
God.
talking. That Meadman, he's a hell of an actor.
It's crazy, man. He could do great voices. He should be a DM.
Ooh.
It doesn't
Jesus.
matter what GIF I find,
Give
they're
me the
all
chance.
great. at him.
Hats off.
I'm just glad
I'm
we're all on
mowing
the
the
same
air,
page. That was
Randy.
so stressful.
It was.
That
And
was
that's
fair.
okay.
But that's
Like, it's not gonna go perfect every time, but
we're gonna get
Also,
better.
that's D&D though. That
Yeah.
happens.
so as
That
long as
should-
everybody's on the same page now.
Yes, we are. And I'm perfectly fine with shit like that happening. And it should happen. Anytime you're traveling or you're around a bunch of people, shit like that's gonna happen. Especially when big lizards are invisible.
Indeed.
And when you got Alabama dwarfs, I mean, we are quick to the temper and we don't back down. Shit.
And none of you have ever seen a big lizard in your life, so.
And Gary
Oh.
saved your life. I don't know, how did Gary know that shit was like acid?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's go ask him even.
Go ahead.
But I think that was kind of the point I was trying to get to while we were in there, so
I'm
that's kind of what I
sorry,
was
sorry.
planning to get
I,
back
you
I
to.
just
asked.
don't
You're
feel
like,
safe.
how do
I
you
don't
know
feel
that?
safe in the end. Sorry, but we can't.
feel like
we
that
can-
was maybe
we
like
have a minute.
you
We have
still
time.
the best.
You were in a different end. You were in the weepy scab when that happened. Now you're back in the.
In another
Go ahead.
inn. But
Yeah,
they
in a different
probably
place now.
followed us back there. I'm just assuming that these guys who tried to kill you guys are
That's why we
obviously
went out the back
following
door.
us back there. Okay, and that's fine, but
I mean, that
we didn't
Alabama
sneak, we didn't do
guy
anything.
killed
There's
us
only
with
2 doors to
poison.
the inn.
acid drink. Like we have weapons and a posse. Like I'm not. I don't,
Okay, but
you
there's
know, come
also
on
a whole army of orcs taking over this town.
And it's bigger than that. We didn't
now.
get
A
to.
whole army from blades.
I wish I
Lots
was
of
there
kick
to
down
like
doors.
say
I wish I
exposition,
could
but I'm
kick
not
down
there, so
armies.
I will smoke this weed instead.
All right, Gary. How'd you know it was acid?
I was listening with my ears. Them fighting over who was going to drink it first, and nobody wanted to do it, so I decided to make the decision for them, and it turns out it was acid.
Oh yeah, he did push for Meadman to drink it first. I know I wasn't there. Shut up.
Gary did, or the other guy?
No, the other guy, the other
Oh,
dwarf,
okay.
the other, like, Adam called him an imposter in the thing.
The second that Meadman said, "Hey, you drink first," and he didn't want to, I knew something was up. So whatever. At worst, I wasted a good glass of whiskey.
Holy shit, Gary. Good
It
for
was
you.
poison from the start.
But also, you're also in a den of vipers, so I understand you're
And
skeptical.
I know what's going on. We didn't get to that though.
What is going on?
Well, I was beginning to tell Meadman when we got interrupted. Kind of have to
Hi.
lay low here. I've been, like I said, seeing some peering eyes and suspect that I'm being followed.
How come? What in your past has come up to haunt you?
I was part of a thieves guild for a short while, but didn't like the way things were going and decided it wasn't for me, and they didn't take too kindly to that. So
All of a sudden, the bar goes silent.
And then all the chickens attack. No,
we're at a bar. I thought we were in a hotel room.
you're at a hotel.
You're in a tavern.
Yeah,
We're in a tavern.
I thought we were at an
Oh,
inn.
I thought
They're at a
you
inn.
walked in. Oh, did you go up to your
to an
room?
inn.
Yeah. I
No,
thought
oh
we were
yeah,
in a
but I
bar.
guess the bottom of the inn would be a tavern,
Because
right?
we were in a safe
we-
place.
See, I heard all the crowd. I assumed we were like in the lobby of the inn. That's why I
Right.
flipped out at you, Thyla. We were in
I
a
heard
room,
I
wasn't
heard
scared.
safe place, so I heard
I-
alone. That's my
Farron
fault.
said to put him in my bed, so I thought we were in my room.
Yeah, like I heard like safe place alone.
I guess I was just listening to the sound then. Yeah, no, I thought we were in like the lobby or like the bar,
You,
like a tavern.
you never said you took him upstairs.
right?
You never
Like,
said you
not
took him
to
up
a
there.
room.
No.
But
I
he
just
was-
heard
will
Farron
let you.
say,
I will
I just-
let you have done that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you're right. We didn't say like he's in a bed upstairs in a room.
All right. Well, in that case, we didn't need to go outside and then come back and
No.
tell.
well, I
Yeah.
was kicking you out of my room because you
That's
were
what I was-
yelling, and I thought that would cause a commotion.
I was
Yeah, I
thinking
mean that
we
would
were
make
like
sense.
alone, like we came in and it was a safe place, and I I'd be like, cool.
I thought you were taking it
Yeah,
outside.
No, I just
said
assumed that we
safe
had
place
walked back
about
into
this
the bar.
since the
It was
beginning of the session.
like we felt safe because we were like in a familiar inn that we'd been in. But like when I think inn, I think giant common room and like maybe 2 rooms that are specific, like a medieval tavern or inn.
No, you're right.
So right, exactly.
my
When
bad.
you
Yep,
hear
nope,
inn,
you're
what
right.
you should think of is one main common room that is a huge room with a bunch of tables and a fireplace in the corner and a bar and this and this and this, and then a stairwell in the back that takes you up to the rooms.
Okay, that's my fault. I would have been like whispering in someone's ear to be like, go up to the room or something. Like, I would have waited to outburst until we were in a by ourselves. That's my bad. Sorry, y'all.
Well, say that you were though, because it seems like that's where everyone was at.
It's the same difference. So now we're in a room and we're calmed down and we're past the commotion and the tavern is things have been explained one way or another. All right. So now we're talking
My
about what's
bad.
going on.
Okay. I will wait for that next time to outburst. Sorry. What was Gary saying? Go.
He was explaining.
I wasn't saying anything. I just said I feel like I'm being followed.
You think
I
it's
don't know how
those
that's possible.
Assassin's Guild folks?
Was it a specific thieves guild or is it just like a generic term?
It's a specific thieves guild, but neither here nor there. Fact of the matter is, I just kind of have to keep my head down.
Did you steal from them, Gary? Something
No.
shiny, perhaps?
No, what you might not understand about thieves guild is once you're in.
Oh.
The actual title of the guild is "If you leave, we kill you."
And you didn't want to be in anymore, or?
Correct.
Yes.
Is this guild like based in this city, or does it just have like connections in all the cities, or just they can find
They're
you
not really
easier in it?
based anywhere. It's kind of a ephemeral group, if you will. But they got eyes
There
everywhere.
are lots of folks here. Yeah.
So
they
have you
got
seen
eyes.
people
I don't-
here that are a part of that guild?
I have not, but
They're all.
it's been a long time since, and who knows? Who could be listening? Who could be watching?
Does the thieves guild send out like a bounty on people?
Of sorts, but it's not really a bounty. It's more of a.
Kill 'em?
Yep. They'd rather not.
Did they
have-
normally use like things like that poison acid? I mean, like I feel like now we got to figure out if that guy who just rolled up on us is a thieves guild person or is he was like a shapeshifter or some shit.
I have to
like
assume it was a thieves guild person. I don't know why. That's why I kept asking if you knew him or not, because that was, attempts on my life
Not to my recollection.
have happened before, so wouldn't surprise me.
Gary, this would have been really good information to know. We are
It wasn't the
very
time or place.
open conversation. We tell each other everything. We always know what's going on. I'm sorry, we don't. We just spent 20 minutes trying to figure each other out. Okay.
It just wasn't the right time. You weren't in a safe place, so
No, understandable. I get it.
now you know.
Are
Alright,
you?
So don't trust anyone who comes up and tries to fuck with us. That's good. It's good enough. I mean, pretty much what we're doing anyway. That's good.
Or offered you a drink.
So
Adam.
can the thieves guild? They're not the orcs, are they? Or are they just like human forms? Like who are the people in the thieves guild?
Don't
we
know.
can-
Because at this point, we're looking at a mage in the middle of a forest with a couple people standing around him.
Bamboozled.
You've entered a clearing. You see a broken off tree ahead of you, a stump. The vegetation is kind of tramped down around it. And the mage, Clarifon, has stopped, staring at it. As the rest of you are behind him. kind of looks back at you. You. Yes. You. Genasi. Step forward.
All right. Am I worthy? I kind of just stand there.
You are of fire.
That's true. I like it very much.
This is not your stone to collect.
Ooh.
Whose
Stand
stone
back.
is it? Fair enough, and I take a step back.
Did you say stand
This is a stone of life.
Oh.
I'm just looking at the stone. Can I tell anything like descriptive about it? Is it like glowing green or some type of like verdant energy coming from it, like what we saw earlier?
Make a
What are the three
perception check
things in the elements are?
first.
Gotcha.
So you've
Excellent.
entered into this clearing. Like I said, there's a stump in the middle, and the vegetation is kind of tramped down all around it. And you see this is a place of significance. You can't really tell much more than that, but you feel there is strong magic here. So obviously, I'm going to make you make an Arcana check too.
Okay.
It is all emanating from this stump. Everything that you have felt
Interesting.
since you kind of got into this area, this circle, is just this kind of pulsating power from this stump. But it's nothing that you can recognize or kind of even comprehend. Definitely nothing that you can harness.
All right. Well, I walk back and then say to Rygar, "You were the closest person we had to like the green stuff, the verdant energy. You go over there, Rygar. Take a look.
All right. Is it safe
Or
to
maybe you
step
will.
forward?
I don't know. I guess let him call you.
No. He can go over and touch the green stuff.
The mage kind of smiles. Anyone may approach.
All right. I approach.
Why do you seek the stone?
So I can find means of helping my SMR people. See if I'm not the only one.
True. What will you do with this stone of life?
Protect life itself.
Somewhat true. Where will you go if you obtain this stone?
That I don't know. I will just follow its path and hope it guides me towards information.
Unfortunately, quite true. Attempt to grab the stone.
Alright. I reach forward. Try to pick
As
it
you
up.
approach this stump in the middle of this clearing, you kind of see the edges of the stump kind of fade and become almost incorporeal, like you're seeing lines between the stars of a constellation in green, connecting this pattern that forms the outline of the stump. And as you reach forward, you see this brightest star in the middle. And you reach in, and your hand forms around a crystal. You pull it out. It's a crystal, a green crystal on a ribbon. You look up at the mage with a smirk on his face. Never before has someone reached in and pulled their own hand out.
Oh.
Truly, you are the one meant to wield such power.
What power? What kind of power is this?
The power to enter in to the elemental world. Return to the Druid Shasta. Have this amulet with you. Hang it around your neck, around your sword. Whatever you choose. But walk in and see where you wind up within the element.
Which element?
Yeah, which it's life, right? Well, you said the elements of life.
Oh, yeah, the green one.
It's
Sorry.
the green one.
I am not aware of what each element represents. Shasta could perhaps tell you what to do with each stone.
Okay.
Is there only one stone here? Do you know of other locations?
Here, in this town, I believe it may be time for me to reveal a secret to you.
Okay.
What's that?
This town, Amdale, it was built around this stone. I, myself, I am a remnant of the war. You see, as the war began to be lost, the Yasamir began recruiting humans, imbuing them with their power. I was tasked with guarding this stone. Here I sat. I took many in as my students, so much so that this became an area where more wanted to settle. Kings sought my counsel. Nobles sought to build near me. All the while, I attempted more and more to shut myself off. Until you arrived. I believe you are the chosen one.
I will not let you down. I will
Free
do
me
everything I
from
can.
this prison.
How can I help? What shackles you here?
Use this amulet for what it was for why it was built.
And why is that?
Free me from the guardianship.
He's a guardian too, like the other guy.
I kind of got a sense that you were from the war, seeing how you knew the tethered one that we saw to the vines.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I say to him.
Alright.
You are wise. Keep your friends close. They will help you.
Well, we thought one of them was pretty close, but we don't know where she is now.
Before I set you free,
Sorry.
will this amulet also help our other friend that's shackled at the other tree root?
I do not know his situation exactly. He was a drow who showed promise. He was chained, but not by conventional means. He was chained by the roots of a tree, enchanted by the forces of the Northwood.
Who was he? Oh, right there. I'm not there. Who was he?
Who were you in the war? What was your allegiance to what side?
It was nothing. I was absolutely nothing. I was a boy who grew up, who was orphaned, whose parents were murdered in the slaughter that followed. I was found by an Asimir on his deathbed who passed me one single gem, glowing green. He told me to guard it with my life, so I put it here in this stump. Everything you see around you grew from that point, including my age.
And how old are you?
At least 800 plus.
I
That
lose
Warzing.
count over the years, hundreds of years old.
Alright, well, I'll do everything I can in my power, and I will set you free. How do I go about doing that?
Follow the stone. Enter the element. Harness its power. Defeat its trial. Once there is no need for the protectors of the stones, there will be no need for me.
Sorry, once there's what?
Once there's no need for the protectors of the stones,
need
there
for
will be
the
no need for me.
Sorry.
Alright.
One last thing. Tell not the people of this town what you have learned today. You have earned this by being the chosen one, by surrounding yourself with trustworthy allies. You've earned this knowledge. You've earned this stone.
I have a
Tell
feeling.
them not.
I have a feeling the townspeople wouldn't react pleasantly if they learned the focal point of what their city was built around. Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of bring like, is that what he's hinting at? Like, how old are all these people in this fucking town?
I think he's saying that the city was established by him, or he had a hand in it a long time ago.
Yeah, with the amulet, or with the stone. He placed it in his stump
Okay,
and it
gotcha.
grew. Okay.
So the whole town formed because the crystal was there.
Yep.
Yes. People were in search of it.
Well, of his power, because he gave
Okay.
them. He took many students, right?
None of you are there.
It's in the cabinet.
I'm just a
I know
scribe.
not
No,
many
it's actually in a bin.
opinions, but
Just a scribe.
Alright. So I lift up the stone and try to touch your body with it. The rest.
The body of the mage.
Yeah.
You do so, and you hold the stone above your head with both hands, muttering some incantation. You reach out and poke him with it.
Like on Facebook.
Might I ask what you are doing? Nothing happens.
Oh. I figured I'd try to free you with this stone, so I must first return back to the portal.
Indeed.
Okay. I'll keep it hidden.
So, this has all been very enlightening. Don't get me wrong, but we've heard that you're also a powerful enchanter, and maybe a purveyor of magic. Is that something you can do?
I wondered if the Genasi would continue on that original trail. Tell me, what is it you are after?
Honestly, just more versatility to help my friends in combat.
A noble goal. But I believe you have already sought that in the town, have you not? You've given up your family's staff. You've given up your main weapon in an attempt to make it more
That's true.
powerful.
You know a great many things, I see.
I wish I could say it was of some greater power, but it is only what I hear. Adventurers
Interesting.
like yourselves make a lot of noise to those who know how to listen.
Ready?
So you're right, my material possessions, I have been seeking to empower those, but I've just, my mind is another issue.
I know no spell scrolls. They call me mage, but I am no mage. I am simply cursed to live a very long time.
It seems that way, unfortunately. Well,
Wait, I'm sorry. What was your
we'll
name?
keep looking in the
again?
town.
Glarathon.
Glarathon?
Glarathon, that's what it was.
Glarathon.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so
I'll
I
see
turned to
it
like...
you were freed.
So I turned to Well and Rygar, like, as we are, like, preparing to leave or, you know, getting ready to gather ourselves up here. It's like, alright, so on the way out, guys, if there's any, like, weird people that try to interact with us or, like, offer us deals that seem too good to be true, some stuff's going on with, Gary. This is all hearsay, this is just what I'm detecting. Could be Thieves Guild, not sure. I don't know Thieves Can't, so, just tread carefully, huh, gentlemen?
Will do.
And it could be nothing. It could just be being paranoid, so...
All right, so we start turning around. I would say, are you guys ready to head back and regroup?
Please regroup, because I have some.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've cautioned them to just be ready for anything as we're leaving, so... Then... And I guess we say our goodbyes to this, cursed one, and then... Glarathorn?
Glarathorn.
Glarathon. P-H-O-N.
Glarathon. Alright, well, hey, that was pretty good recollection. Just for not writing anything down, anyway.
Thank you for your help, Glarathon. We'll make sure we set you free.
And we'll,
Please do.
help your buddy, too. We're gonna head back there at some point. The one who was tethered eternally.
He will appreciate it.
Here's the question.
Oh.
One last thing before we leave. And if you answered this already, I apologize. When we free your friend, is he free to do as he pleases, or will he die? Is that his freedom? His death? Or like...
That is not a question I can answer.
Fair enough. Alright, that's all my questions.
Yeah. All right, let's head back. Oh, I had one final question. How many other stones exist that you know of?
I will let you retroactively ask that.
That's a good question.
I know not. Your mere question hints at the fact that there are more than just one. What other cities have arisen? Garensport, perhaps?
Oh.
Azutaris. Perhaps something in the Northwoods with the elves. Or even in the deserts, where Silas once roamed. I know not.
Thank you for all your help.
What was that? Arisadus? Yeah.
The desert Garasatus. Alright guys, let's head back.
I'll say that more clearly because I don't feel like anybody got it. In the desert where Silas once roamed.
The one before that.
Okay.
Northwood.
Oh, in the Northwoods?
Yeah, Northwood with the elves. Era something.
No, I just said in where. No, just in the Northwoods with the elves.
You said Erisas or something. Erisiris.
Where Silas roamed.
The only thing that said like that was where Silas once roamed in the desert. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
am I tripping?
No.
A little bit.
It's that.
It's fine. It's fine.
She's picking fights with everybody tonight.
I know. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
All right, Glarafon.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. And we head back. Gents.
Head back to the inn.
Yes.
Yep.
We head back to the inn to meet up with everybody.
Indeed. I try to remember what this feeling is in this forest. It might come in handy later. Just try to like take it in, and then we leave. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Alright, guys. As we're walking back, I guess we're just, I just want to check up, make sure Thyla is still invisible. Once she's there, I want to make sure she's in a safe place so I can cast invisibility on the necklace and the amulet and wear it so nobody can see it. Keep it hidden.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So you're back at the inn right now.
Yeah.
It's only work right now.
Up in the room.
Up in the room.
You get close to the door and you hear the two of them yelling at each other.
Whoa, what's going on in here? Why you guys shouting? Sorry, was I
Just
loud?
typical bullshit, you know.
Say no more. I feel like I already know what happened. And I walk.
Exactly.
It's like I was here,
was
but
good.
not here.
It's like
Sorry.
you were there for it. It's like you figured it out with us.
Alright.
I feel like everyone in here seems to have been inebriated at some point, and they sobered up, and everyone looks
At
a little
some
wiser,
point.
a little more learned.
Shall we have to drink?
Now.
I am Theron, the Lord Son of the three families. Perhaps a drink is not. Gary, you are the one who provides the beverages. Shall you go downstairs and get more?
Tap him again.
You do what?
I try to nut tap him again.
Who, Gary or Farron?
God.
Aaron!
Let's keep
Oh,
our hands
well.
to ourselves.
I welcome your groping, Dragonborn. However, drink is more appealing at this moment.
Y'all, that was at least 3 hit points. I don't know what his nuts are made of. Now I'm scared.
They were removed or he never had them.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
not.
scared.
It's cool, but he has the nuts. All right.
I'm never going around Farron ever again.
Wolfman's got
Scared
narc.
for his.
That's actually just
Fair enough, guys. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
All right, Prince.
God.
Thyla, you taking this,
Fair enough.
this
That's good.
Gary stroll or what's going on? Or am I? What we doing?
Well, I'm gonna just let everyone know that I was a dumbass and I wasn't as stealthy as I thought I could be. I'm sorry. I thought I could be really sneaky, you know, and I obviously should trust my friends a little bit more and communicate, because communication is key in this game of life that we play. And I don't think we're safe here. If
So I meant to ask as I step forward. I used to dabble with the Thieves Guild back in the day, but they ultimately didn't let me in because I was too lazy to learn Thieves' Cant. That and something about not having the right blood or something. I don't know. They were stiffs about it. Anyway. Gary, do you know anything about the Thieves Guild? Because I've seen some seedy people around town, and starting to get that feeling.
Nope.
Gary.
Fair enough.
Nothing. All right then. Interesting. Well, let's go.
I'm sorry.
some
No,
drinks.
no,
Yes.
no. We've kept too many secrets for too long. We've obviously been very shitty to each other.
It's
Gary?
true. Been
Gary.
kind of keeping my head down. Was part of a thieves guild a while back, and think some of them are after me because I didn't stick around, if you know what I mean.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's the problem with the Thieves Guild. That's the reason why I didn't join up, actually, is once you're in, you're kind of in for life. So.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, I've been seeing the same kind of shifty looks and just
Someone
I don't
poured
like.
The nice
acid
thing
in
about
his
the,
glass.
Somebody
Yeah,
tried
that
to pour
sounds
that.
like them. I
But
mean,
I can't attribute that directly to the Thieves Guild.
the nice thing about the Thieves Guild, if you make it so it's not worth their while to kill you for abandoning them, they'll just eventually give up the ghost. We just have to kill, a couple hundred of them.
That sounds doable.
That sounds like a lot of XP.
I am no longer affiliated, so have at thee. But I got your back, Ari.
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, but
I wish I knew
that
any thieves
laughing
can't to help, but
What'd you guys see
Great.
in the forest?
well, that's interesting. So I'm pretty sure we found. Remember that Azamar ruin that we were at, where it was the dude that was tethered down with the
Wait, I
vines and he
jab
was
him.
stuck there forever?
I jab
Hey,
you to
hey.
shut your mouth. Because there's another
I
person here that we
mean,
don't
there
know.
was
Hey,
a bunch of
it's-
pretty trees.
Let's give Gary what he gives, man. Keep it fucking vague. Even though he was in the channel and heard everything anyway. But fucking character-wise, don't fucking let him hear anything. He doesn't get to
Character-wise,
that's-
he doesn't know though.
That's fair.
You don't
That's
know.
fair.
What the player knows and what the character knows is two very different things. I'm not gonna tell him.
Right.
Yeah, in the meantime, I sneak off in the corner where nobody can see me and I cast invisibility on the amulet. So nobody's
Right.
sees it.
It only lasts an hour then.
So I am now visible.
Fair
You
enough.
are now visible.
Anyway, we
Whoa!
can reverse
Let's
that.
just say
fuck is
we
that?
might have found some things to further our journey here, something to tie with the elements. So.
All right, cool.
Yep.
That's me.
Oh, look, there's a giant fucking dragon in the room. What the fuck? Where did you come from?
With the weird wave.
She was with you the whole time. You didn't know any of this.
It wouldn't have mattered. As we walked through the pub, everybody's still fucking talking about it at the bottom of the inn. As we came up to the room, everybody been like, he was yelling at some crazy loud thing was yelling and it was invisible. I'd be like, oh
Everyone just thinks the end's haunted.
But
should just
we
keep
would have
that
known
going.
what they were referring to instantly. We'd be like, huh, I wonder who they're talking about.
You mean they would have been like, there was
You're
this
like,
excellent
probably
community theater troupe that was just
probably been
practicing for a wonderful play.
One of them was
Is that a Star Trek
ventriloquist.
It's definitely Bim and Thyla. Or me, Ben. Me, Ben, Thyla. Yeah. I'm so excited, y'all. There's so much stuff.
Who posted that thing just now with, what's his name?
Gump?
You a fan?
The one, no, on the... Sorry.
Yeah, Alabama fan. Just waving all stupid and Alabama football running back dumbass like on the shrimp boat.
You guys have heard me talk about, I had a stepdad named Kurt.
Would you call him Forrest?
I'm not kidding. In that thing, they look like twins. They could be fucking twins. That's why I love Forrest Gump, is because it always makes me think of him, because he's like this is super silly, goofy fucking dude like that. Like that's if I showed up to see him right now when he was on a fucking boat, that's exactly what he would do.
Lieutenant Will.
Hi.
Hi, Lieutenant Will.
Like I said, looks like a Bama fan. Now they call Bama fans Gumps in the SEC.
No way.
Yeah, Forrest Gump ran running back for Alabama. You don't remember the movie?
I know, but I didn't
Yeah,
know
that
they
clip.
actually did that. That's cute.
Yeah, Gump fucks. I mean, that's what they be.
Gump
I'd be like, God, some fucking Gump got on this goddamn channel talking about, oh, roll tide, I fucked my cousin, yeah.
I mean, it's not so cute anymore, but you know.
As a side thing,
I mean, if you're a little bit confused between what a Tinder is and what Ancestry.com is, you might be a fucking Bama Gump.
Adam, you're pretty tech savvy,
Someone
right?
got it, thank
What?
As like a side thing, at some point, could you take that whole interaction between Steve and Ben
Oh,
in the car and load it up to Google so that we could add the Google's closed captioning and see what it says as a
Oh
translation for the two of them? Because it
that.
would be fucking incredible.
Full conversation right there.
Yes, definitely.
That would be worth every second to
That
sit and watch, just to see what Google thinks of that shit.
God damn.
It's just gonna
Like
be like
conversations.
parentheses muttering or something. Yeah, that was crazy.
The very first
Inaudible.
talking of Bim and Steve, I wish I had, and then Steve being a chipmunk.
It's on the stream.
No, the voices.
The voices were cut off.
Oh no.
No.
This one was though.
I'm
This
so
is a
sad.
pretty
This
fucking
one's
good
there.
one.
Don't jinx it.
Hey, you.
We're gonna leave now.
I wish you were invisible again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You've had a hard night tonight.
She
That's
All
drinks the
because
acid.
you weren't responsible and you didn't message me like you were supposed to.
Yeah, you weren't on my team.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, we can do like a
Straight.
husband-wife responsibility act because he listened to us talk about you being with us for 10 minutes and he didn't say a goddamn word.
It's very
So
true.
Steve's responsible too, and he's the DM.
How is that my responsibility?
Husband neglect. I don't know.
Because, I guess, yeah, you didn't. You're right. Nope. You're right. You told him you were gonna message me, right?
He told me to
He's gonna
message
kill you off next round.
He did.
Yeah, so it's not his fault that you didn't do that. And it's my fault too because you were messaging me stuff about being in the bar, and I was like, "Oh, she's fucking crazy or drunk. I'm just not gonna answer." So
What's funny
shame
is
on
you
me
didn't
for
even
not
go-
figuring it out.
No, like bro mode, you didn't even answer. So obviously something was going on. I should have just realized. You
I
didn't
didn't know
try
how to
play.
respond.
Well,
I did
exactly.
once.
You didn't try to play along. Like fuck.
I did. I said get Gary drunk and then get questions out of him. But then you kept going like we were there, and I'm like, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening. I'm
You should have been
confused.
like, I'm not there. Be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm responsible too. Shame on me.
Well, to be fair too, I didn't tell anyone that I was purposely going to go there and fuck with. Yeah, anyone who offered me and be super suspicious of everything. I thought it was kind of implied, but you know.
We're all culpable. It's fine. I'm glad it all worked out. And no
I
one
kind of feel
died.
like the whole thing was really
thing.
set up and pushed into effect by Rygar with his telephone, and it was his
started
plan.
it. He
Secret
started it.
messaging
Look,
stuff.
That was the ideal way to fucking roleplay it, alright?
It was.
was.
Gary
playing.
was acting suspicious. We cleared
Yeah.
it with DM and whispers, so you
Yeah.
guys were oblivious of it, and that's.
I
I mean, I'm new to DnD, but that's what I thought was best to do.
that was perfect.
Nah,
I thought everyone knew. So I was just playing it like everyone knew. I thought it was glaringly obvious.
I feel
what
like
was
it wasn't
happening.
so much heavily RP as it was Thyla was AFK for like a section when we went to the fucking
Yeah.
forest and we're just throwing in the blanks.
Well, it's
Yeah, like-
because I wasn't there.
yeah, like-
That's
yeah.
what sucked. I was like, I'm not there. I can't say anything.
Yeah, like
Also-
that is no RP. I feel like it actually worked out pretty well. I think we're just all kind of vindictive and can be nasty.
Yeah.
We got our characters sometimes, but I like.
mean, it was fine.
I think it worked out.
I think it
Ultimately,
worked out.
Where we're at now, it worked out.
Yeah.
But
I wish to be honest, I wish I was there because that's like the story aspect, and I'm just like hard as rocks for that. That's-
Well, we'll tell you
Also,
later what
Gar-
happened.
We really need to come to an understanding about Gary because I think people are really missing what's happening here. Like,
can I say one more thing?
he is shady and weird, but he's our shady weird. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the distrust, like, it's not us that should distrust him. Like, he does that to everybody else, but he's
Okay.
our being shady.
I
You know?
feel like the meat
As
man
a player-
came for progress on that today. Then, like, I went in there
Yeah.
assuming he was going
True,
to
he did
me
save
over,
yeah, me
but
and
like, I realized
Instead, he actually,
what's going on.
helped. So like, yeah, that's.
I just think
I mean,
maybe
he's
the
a
arc
rogue.
is turning
I
with
think
that.
Gary
Yeah.
has a little bit of overconfidence, and I just want to protect him.
Can I say one more thing?
I feel like the character of Gary is pretty hard to read, actually. Like I can't,
he is.
like other than like fascination with shiny objects, like he's just an enigma. So
You know, you're playing it well, right?
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, you can, but before
Yes.
you do,
Oh wait, yeah.
you're
hold on.
fucking incredible, by the way. I got goosebumps during your
So
last little
good.
speech in the woods. It was fucking fantastic.
Ah, so
When I
yeah.
did the clap thing, the
I like that,
Harvey
like,
clap.
But you guys
those
are
are the
making
trees,
it sound like we're ending.
grew
Is this
by
ending
age,
now?
stuff I like that.
No.
Oh, I'm making my
Thank
breakfast
you.
coffee for tomorrow.
I mean, I thought
I
we were
appreciate
still
you,
in
Matt.
game.
Well, you are, because nobody looked at the note that was just slid under the door.
There was a note. I know the chain treasure you hold. Solve the riddle. Is that alright? Is that good?
Yeah,
Solve the
I'm
riddle.
gonna read that note
Is that
I'm
alright?
I'm gonna read it
I mean, you can read it in any
the way
voice
that
you
I
want.
want to read it.
I'm just assuming it's a dwarf. I'm sorry.
That's your
Wow.
dwarf voice.
Wow. Solve the riddle. Sorry. Solve.
God.
That's fine.
Right? That's
This
pretty
all
good.
night tonight, even with the in-character arguments and stuff, like how I knew that this is how enjoyable this is. Like there was
Wait.
a good 10 minutes of Kappa jokes and people talking like they were from the 40s by like 5 people out of the 7 of the channel. It was amazing.
My guy kind of already sounds like a New York like newsboy from that era
He
anyway.
does.
Just like,
It's
gotta
great.
find the coppers. Like,
But the amount of people that did the accent in the channel, I was like, floored. I was like, I can't believe that all of you guys have that range. You're just like, yeah, we can.
I
do
know
that
the chain treasure you hold. Solve the riddle.
See?
See?
Yeah, boys, man.
That's all I have for you. That note was the last thing.
I showed.
So,
Okay, great.
you guys,
Great stuff.
I'm really glad we're doing this again. Thank you for taking the time off.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
before
But-
you leave, seriously, you're so fucking good, Steve.
I agree.
Aw.
Like,
Yeah,
it-
it's amazing.
Truly enjoyable, man. You are fantastic.
And like,
Well,
it is a
I
lot of
enjoy
work.
it too.
Like we recognize it. My brother's DMing his first like run on games right now, and he's been talking to me about that and like see what you do as well. I'm like, damn, that like you're,
Oh, yeah.
you're putting time into this, man, and it's awesome. Thank you.